Howdy there, chat. How is everyone doing? Welcome back to another episode of the second greatest game of all time. What's the first? If you need to ask that question, I'm afraid you may be a LARPer. You may just unironically be a LARPer. I'm going to put some dirt in your eye. Singular. Cyclops. Where's the Bean Spire resident fat lover when you need him? Kurok, probably LARPing. Lazy morning, napping bum. It's not morning for me though. If it's what time zone do you have to be if it's morning? I'm pretty sure it's morning in like Japan. If you live in the Asian hemisphere, I suppose it's morning for you. But if you live in a real time zone, then it should be approaching nighttime. It's actually evening. So, everyone who lives in the correct part of the world. Happy evening, miss. Beans, what to hear something funny? Want to hear, not what to hear. Want to hear something funny. Also, you forgot the question mark. So the only funny thing I'm hearing right now is the way you talk, you little ESL man. You funny little ESL man. Bully Maguire, don't mind if I do. I'm sorry, that was a bit rude. Sure, I'd love to hear something funny. Hello, Dr. What? Hello, Kalte Bohennen man. I don't know what that meant. I don't know what that one even means. I'm sorry. It's 1 a.m., mate. Mate. That's true. If you live in a mate, do the Australians say mate? Yeah, they do. They do. How do no, they say crikey. Shouldn't it be like it's 1 a.m., crikey? What do Australians sound like? What do Australians sound like? Remind me. Ever see Spider-Man Brand New Day? It already came out? No, I don't really watch Marvel movies. I don't really like, Marvel movies that much, though I'd be willing to watch it. But I don't know. I don't know. My friends are kind of weird. They like a goy slop, but they don't like Marvel goy slop. It's this strange, enigmatic in between. Hi Beans, hello there, mermaids in wheelchairs. Season 2, cool beans, man. 1:10 a.m. right now. I thought it was the same for you. I don't know why you'd think that. I post all of the schedules for the streams primarily in Eastern Standard Time and Pacific Standard Time, which means I would have to be in one of those two, considering, the favorability of it. Also, I speak English, so I would have to be in a predominantly Western country. You know? I I don't know why you'd think it'd be 1 a.m. for me. Unless I lived, I don't know. I'm not that familiar with the rest of the planet and whatever they get up to in their neck of the woods. What time zone is it 1 a.m. at right now? I guess Russia. Do I sound Russian? Of course, Reggie is back again. What Reggie? I don't see any Reggie. What are you talking about? That is your name in German. Really? House, are you German or are you LARPing? Hello, Bean. It's Beans to you. I guess it's you, MP Basic. You can call me Bean if you want. Beansman doesn't know. Clueless. What's that supposed to mean? Like Bianchi. That's true. That's a Japanese. Giantess Giat. How do you misspell Giat? But so true. We're not doing Giat this stream, though, as you can tell. As you may be able to concur. Those are pits. Those are armpits. So we're actually pit maxing this stream, Australians say, I can't say that word, that's a rude word. The spire is almost tasty at this point. What does that mean? What? What does that even mean? Beans, come to Canada. And come into my minivan, little girl, said the molester to the molested. I'm not gonna fall for that. Funny story time. I did actually almost get molested as a kid, I did run into like a straight up, like by the books, white van pedophile. I was after school in middle school, me and my friends would always go to the library, like we just, not to read books or do homework, but they had a computer lab there. So, and it was like it was like a half a mile walk there. So we'd just do that. And on our way there one time, it was me and a friend of mine who I'm obviously not going to name, so I'm just going to call him Laquarius. No, he wasn't black. He was actually as like white as a man could be, blue eyes. I think he was Scandinavian actually. So yeah, Tyrone, the Scandinavian guy. Oh, he was like a bit younger than me. I would have been like a seventh grader. He would have been like a sixth grader. We were walking on the way to the library, and this guy in a white minivan pulls over, like a pedophile van, and says like, "Oh, dude," says, "Oh, I work at your," like looks at him specifically and says, "Oh, I work at your mom's, place of work." And she told me to come by and pick you up to take you to work, just like super casually like that. And then, I guess I just kind of was like the bonus at that point. And then he just told him to F off and then like, ran away. And I'm like, that's a really ballsy move to pull in a public library, just in front of a library in broad daytime where cameras are definitely looking at you. It's not like this was in the back of a parking lot. It was in the entrance to a very public establishment that a lot of children frequented. All he did was rob a gas station. Y'all acting like you're armpit fiends rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Fiends come to India for the poop festival. Would a giantess armpit be called an arm crater? Now that's an interesting question. That's weird. I hate those people. You mean pedophiles? You don't say. Free my boy. Release my... Can't say it! I'll give you a hint, Beans Man. 1:13 a.m. is a time zone in Ankara. The hell is Ankara? That's not a real place. I'm gonna Google that right now. What the hell is Ankara? Ankara. Turkey. Oh, that's funny. Sometimes I forget it's a country. We talk about Turkey so much. I keep on thinking Turkey's like, I don't know, like Majula or Drangleic. It's like a fictional location. It's, kind of hard to think that it's, a real place. I hurt those people. Why do you say it like that? Release my nigga. Release my... So cool. Such a cool way of saying it, House is correct. Please ban him when you can. Ban who? Oh, Bully Maguire. This guy. I gotta like... You're actually making me search up. Well, let's look at his messages, That's weird. I hate those people. He's kind of engaging with the story, the topic at hand, I'm not gonna lie. So I think we give him a trial period. If the next thing he types is call, okay, no, I'm a hero. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not. There we go. There we go. There you go. I've put you in the shadow realm, just so you know. Basically, yeah. Basically, you can type all you want. I can't see it, and no one else can either. Okay? So, just type to your heart's content, because no one's going to be able to read it. Alright? You're like in a little white cube, all by yourself. You have like a little maddening prisoner's dilemma going on. Hating pedos means hating half of the fan. But in all seriousness, I'm sorry that happened to you. Nothing really happened to me. Something could have happened to me. And it would have definitely sucked because it wasn't an older woman. So it's not like I would have enjoyed it. Don't take that out of context. But if you do, it's like, society, if it happens to a moid, it's completely different, So I'm not going to get in trouble for that one. If I was a woman, it'd be a different story. A grippy socks giant cock. It should be the other way around. Wait, no, actually that's pretty hot too. Beans Man, why are there no BBQ with small chests? Isn't this an injustice? Why is there no barbecue with small chests? BBW? Do you mean BBW with small chests like lollies? Giantess lollies? Oh my LARP. Yes, there are. There's countless. You're just wrong. That's been done before. Now, I do think it should be done a lot more, but to say there's none is just wrong. It's just an untrue statement. Turkey trying to LARP Agartha. Turkey does look like Majula, actually. Okay, but is there an emerald baddie in Turkey? Because if so, I'm going to be completely honest, guys. You might consider me a Turkish supremacist. Will there be more Isaac streams? Guys, I beat The Binding of Isaac. I beat Mom the other day as Isaac. So I guess I can stream it sometime in the future. But I already beat it as Isaac. So I don't know. I know there's like other stuff you got to do. I unlocked a few characters. I got Lazarus. I got Eve. I got a bunch of other people. I don't know exactly what they do or how to get the different endings, but I beat the game once in the standard ending on the standard difficulty. You know, that's progress. So it's like beating Gungeon with your first Gungeoneer. You know, Beanie, you should play Claire's Quest. It's really something else. Thy Revenant. Claire's Quest. Let me search this up. Claire's Quest. Claire's Quest Gold. I need to sign in to view this. Not on the funny site, though. What's the funny site? Very, very interesting. I don't think I can stream this, I'm gonna be honest, you know? That requires effort. Thank you for sharing this with me, though. Nice. Kaf Mandu. Yeshi, could you translate that, please? The Google built-in Gemini OBS Grok 2.0 translation didn't butch in for me there. That guy is completely irredeemable at this point. We've already gone over why in his final execution. I wonder what Reggie's Danganronpa execution would look like. Who knows, Beans? Maybe it would have been older women and she was just hiding in the van. Frick! Oh my gosh, I missed my chance to get molested, and at my prime 12-year-old strength, no less. Talking about Reggie all the time might be more annoying than him soon. maybe he's like a cognito hazard. So long as you guys keep talking about him, he'll manifest. If you really think about it, it's your fault, you know? Are we victim blaming? Yeah, because maybe the victim is to blame. I want to be a little boy so I can make older women victims. Have you seen like the older women of today? I don't think you really want that, you know? Beans, as a Turk, I can say all Turks are furries. All Turks should be subscribed to the Cool Beans Man YouTube channel. After stream, funny soat stream. Funny soat. Are the flat women in the game you shall play is the true question. I mean, yeah. There's one token flat girl. So, you know, oh my LARP. Yes, there is. This is a Turkish stream now. This is a Turkish stream, speaks in English. Okay, you know, it's like... cultural victory? Reggie would be killed off screen! Just like Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus. I remember someone saying, oh my spoilers, when... What was it? I think it was like during one of the Terraria streams when Muhammad started talking about the ending of the series a day after its theatrical release. And I'm like, it's fine. I don't really care if I spoil it because I have no investment in it. So, you know, you kind of just have to understand that, okay? Like, I have no investment in this series, so, you know, I don't care to guard you from spoilers. It's just one of those things, you know? It's like, I really like, I think alcohol's really cool. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna guard you from the beer bottle that the father's throwing at you. That's just how it works. Scorpion, as a Russian, I can say almost all of Russians are anti-furries, not those ones who become furries after some time. Believe it or not, random furry. But you have just described humans, you know? I suppose, if you really think about it, all humans can be divided into two categories, furries and anti-furries. It's, yeah, you've covered the full benchmark of people with that one, you know? I be killing every Nyan. I be popping bottles and champagne. Best of Zach Hadel. Maybe today I'll understand the appeal of giant women. If by the end of this game you don't understand the appeal of giant women, then I'm not gonna lie, man. I think the best thing you should do is go down to your local parlor and get a big old tattoo of a big old black spade on just on your forehead, you know? Honestly, bro, on your ass, you know? You should get it there. Put a little Q on it as well. Because clearly you're not made for women, okay? Clearly that thing you have going on in between your legs is not made to, you know, continue the existence of mankind, alright? You were bred for a different purpose, to say the least, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Random, are you excited for Giantess dating sim? I'm sure she is, MP Basic. I'm sure she is. No, like those who will kill you for being a furry. I think those are LARPers. This stream is not Turkish. All streams are and always will be Israeli. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Turks might be the only kingdom, the only nation powerful enough to take down Israel. You know? Imagine post time skip 5 years from now, like the entire world is just Turkey. Uh, which would you rather? The entire world is Turkey, as in it's one big empire. Turkey took over the world, so the entire world is just like all territories are part of the Turkish Empire, or literally the land mass that makes up modern day Turkey is the only one left. The rest is water. Like just Turkey is the only nation left. The other nations are just like operate kind of like city states and live entirely on a series of interconnected boats. But Turkey is the only one that still has a landmass to call home. Yes, she is my rabbi. Ankara impressed. Thank you very much. You got 8387 for the 22. What the frick is that Turkish? What's Y? What does the Y mean? Turkish yen. Thank you very much for the 22 Turkish yen. What is that in USD? I gotta translate that right now. 22 Turkish yen to USD. That is, dude, no way. That is 0.46 US dollar. Thank you for the 0.46 US dollar, Yegots. Very cool. I just did a finger gun, you know? I think that warrants a finger gun. That's not enough for like a meow. That's not enough for like a get on all four and like, you know, lick your cock or but a finger gun? Hate from Israel, love from Turkey. Giant women is alright, but fairy-sized women are cuter. I want to be shrunken down by a fairy-sized woman so that, you know, the notion of being even smaller, of being a plaything to something so weak and defenseless is very, very attractive. No way! Nf 619. Thank you for the 10 honest-hearted bona fide US dollars. That's American money right there. We're gonna start singing the Pledge of Allegiance at the start of every stream. That's gonna be a new gimmick, a big new gimmick that we're gonna do. Very cool though. Who is Reggie Beans? Don't say his name. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Thank you nonetheless. That is enough. Thank you for the treat. Meow. Uwo. Neon. If you were a prostitute, what would you do for 46 cents? Nothing. I'm not one, first of all, but I guess I'll take the hypothetical seriously. But if I were one, I would not sell my services for 46 cents. Who do you, I have some degree of standard, you know? Beans, but that's my name. I just said your name. What do you mean? Your name is Reggie? We're talking about evil Reggie, okay? You're a good Reggie. Completely different. People intentionally donate through YouTube to sponsor Israel. That's true, guys. If you donate through YouTube, let it be known that, you know, the big Yahoo is taking his beautiful, beautiful cut. If you want to make sure I get 100% of the donation, then feel free to support me at ko-fi.com/thecoolbeansman. If you do it on YouTube, I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you very, very much. But Ko-fi does guarantee that, you know, YouTube doesn't steal like 40%. Is this a real game? Red pill me, my lord. We will. It is a real game. We're gonna play it right now. Don't worry. Dark Reggie, Shadow Reggie. Don't name the one who shan't be named. The redacted is a forbidden name we can't say here. He is feared by every beaner of this place. You don't talk about him the same way we don't talk about Rule 9. Honestly, expertly put, Random Furry. Expertly put. You really are a scholar. Guys, can we give Random Furry the scholar role? She clearly is a scholar of the Spire. She truly is a scholar of the first sin. Dude, Peak mentioned. Peak just mentioned. This game is awesome, guys. Speaking of Peak, I did say this in the server. The new video is coming out either this week or next week. It's on Dark Souls 2. The next video is a Dark Souls 2 video, just so you know. I'm not joking about that. People were like, when Black Souls 2? Well, Dark Souls 2 better. We're doing Dark Souls 2, guys, okay? Dark Souls 2 video soon. I would love to stream Dark Souls 2, but if I stream it, it's going to be co-op, and the co-op mod isn't done yet, so I can't do it. But, you know, after Deltarune, I'm sure. That way Dustman can join us. Hi, Beans. Hello there, Cunny Connoisseur Seg. You just missed it. We were just connoisseuring Cunny without you. Either way, guys, I think we should start. Thoughts on Neanderthalfoids, Beans? Like, cave women, I guess? I don't really think... I'm not really... It just seems like a lesser version of an Amazonian, you know? It's just an... It's all the appeal. I get the appeal is like rugged, ooga booga woman, but isn't that just an Amazonian? It's just an Amazonian, but worse. You know? Dark Souls 2 PvP event when? This is kind of like, okay, guys, line up and get graped by me event, because no one's beating me in Dark Souls 2 PvP, you know? But I suppose, you know, that'd be a cool idea. Honestly, when we do co-op, if invasions work for it, you guys can invade us. Dark Souls 2 video, bros playing Peak Real. That was like the guy with a name of redacted. He was saying the most random things and was annoying everyone, and he got banned, started creating alts, and became even more annoying. That's what he does. He's a cognito hazard. The more people think of him, the more he spreads. Dark Souls 2 Arena PvP event. What? Okay, this isn't a bad idea. Now you're making me want to host... Now you're making me want to host a Dark Souls 2 tournament, not gonna lie. I will use the video to LARP it in the future. Play the game, son. I'm here for you and my Jun. Aw, you're here for me? I'll play the game then. Holy crap, it's Kurosaka Kuyuki from Millennium Science School. She's pretty hot. She's one of the few hot Millennium students. I'm not gonna lie, guys. There's not that many hot Millennium students. I can count on one hand the amount of hot Millennium students, okay? It's probably one of the most boring schools, if I'm being honest, you know? As far as, like, the peak ratio is concerned, you know? It's just not that much. What can I say? Just make sure you give people, like, 2 weeks to build characters. Nah, you get 1 hour. 1 hour before, you got a speed run, find whatever you need, there you go. Okay, we're hopping on Soul Level 3. Could be a fun thing. I'm going to take a huge Duke, BRB. Maybe with an announcement on the Discord. I might do it. Beans, do you prefer when giant women can switch back and forth their size, or when they are stuck as giants and have to deal with not living a normal life anymore? Neither of these scenarios. I prefer mini guy, where you're shrunken down instead. That's my preference. That didn't answer the question. I asked what you... Okay, I made DLC for the question. Mini guy better, okay? I want to be it's a completely normal woman. I'm just shrunken down, and she's captured me, and everyone else in society is none the wiser. Hot or cute, which is superior? I think cute things are hot, but cute is superior to hot. It just so happens that the cutest girls are also the hottest. Just saying. Okay, Boomer, I'll just load up cheat engine. Dabs calls me a boomer, proceeds to dabs. Okay, man. Whatever you say. Neanderthal women can lift 3 times more than the average man. Imagine how tight they are. They can cure homosexuality among men. Again, this is just... An Amazonian can do the same thing. This is just Amazonian women. But aren't you afraid of bugs? Yeah, bugs are scary. What's your point? Yeah, I am. I guess you're right. Bugs are scary, you know? Oh, do you mean like bugs as in from Cheat Engine? Oh, that's different. I don't know why anyone would be afraid of that. You know what I'm not afraid of, though, guys? You know what I'm not afraid of? What I'm not gaming right now, hopping on gaming mode, bouncing on this gaming crazy style. I don't know what I'm saying. I do know what we're going to do, though. Oh, whoa. Look at us here. We made it to the game. That's, ooh, we need to make sure. Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure we got the thing. Look at the corner. We got a pits corner this time around. All of them are giant pits, by the way, guys. Look right there. Ooh, admiring the pit. Admiring the pit right there. Admiring the pit. Right there. Immersed in the pit. Ooh, look at that. Fully immersed in pit civilization. And this one, also immersed. You know? Ooh, snugly and tight. Very cute. I'd say that's a pretty good corner. What do you guys think? For once, Beanie, we're in agreement. Cute beans, hot any day of the week. Cute, narcissism. You said beats, not beans. I thought you were calling me cute and hot. And I'll pretend that's what you said anyway. Thank you, shrunk guy. I know what you up to, beans. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You know ball. I see you gonna drop them in the server. Drop what, I wonder? Like I said, Neanderthal women are Amazonians with the brain of a child. That's the appeal. I don't really think it's the brain of a child. It's more so they're not like whimsical in the same way. You know, it's not innocent. They're still violent. You know, Neanderthal women are still violent and aggressive. It's more like the brain of a black. It's not really. I don't really understand what you mean. I think Amazonian's better. Amazonian clothing is also hotter. You know, like leaf bras and all that. It's just hotter. I'm sorry. I prefer Amazonian. Praise beans. What a 10 out of 10 goon corner. Aw, I'm glad you like it. Free my, what is it? Free my Niaga redacted. Beans, can you yerk me off real quick? After that statement? I don't think so. I don't think so, Common. Comes in, immediately says, hey, can you release the Antichrist? Also zerk me off. It's like, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna... Mods, can you put that man in chains? Make them like nice, comfortable chains. Like put like little padding around it or something. Make them like fluffy chains. Because he is a premium beaner. And make sure he's well fed. But still whip him a few times, you know? Umber made me do it. Okay, well, I guess Umber's wise because someone else is taking the fall for him now, you know? Umber made you do it? Oh, very, very good play from Umber because I'm not punishing Umber, okay? I'm punishing you. No corner is 10 out of 10 except Bean's corner. Aw, thank you, Random Furry. See? Guys, can we reward Random Furry? Can we exalt her real quick, guys? You either would need to live a completely different life, or you will need to be treated as a baby, since the world is not fit for you anymore. As a shrunken person, I think you'd be living a much better life. Not renewing my membership. You're such a tsundere. Guys, can we tsundere... Okay, mods. Mods, can you give him tsundere role right now? Reporting and unsubbing. Alright, guys, can we draw a gore of him? Can we draw a gore of Common right now? Can we rip him limb from limb? And then I'll show up and I'll be like, don't worry, you know, I forgive you, it's fine. So we revive you and then we do it all over again. And then I'm like, okay, no, but for real, that time, that was just to get it all out of my system, you know? I've been feeling kind of upset lately, kind of pent up. But this time, though, you're good. And then we do it again after we revive him one more time, extra painful. But then that's like, okay, I did that one to be funny. That one was more like a comical one. You weren't expecting it. But now, you know, now for real, okay? And then he's good, he's all good, and you get your paw job. I think that's what you need, Common. You just donated, that's why I'd have to meow. Shut up, you know you love me. You're so right, Common. Why did I say any of that? Thank you for the wonderful 10 real bona fide US dollars for the great treat. Meow. Nia. Master. Fantastic statement, Random. Truly the coolest and only Russian woman I know. Wow. Such high bar. So last time, I'm gonna press load game immediately so that I don't get demonetized. So are you are bi? I'm not bi, I'm straight. I'm straight. If I flirt with a beaner, it's like in a very straight way. Beans is a cat girl. It's actually straight. Hi Beanie, I'm back. And yes, Claire's Quest is not playable on stream. There is a skip option for most of the things, however. The game is still in early access, so it's not completely polished yet. You misspelled so. Aside from that, thank you. Very cool. I'm sorry, The Revenant. I'm being sexual. My man. As you should all be. Last time, we hung out with the MILF. we hung out with the wait, no, those are the same person. We hung out with the childhood best friend, we hung out with the MILF, and we hung out with the tomboy. Now, we've upped our stats a decent amount. I don't know how HP works in this game. I don't know if it's like in Princess Maker where the higher stress you have, the more likely it is you fail at stat gains. So, but I'm just gonna rest regardless, just because I don't want to get it at the very, very bottom, you know? I'm straight, says the single most trapped man in the internet. Trapped? What am I trapped in? What do you mean the most trapped man? What do you mean trapped? What's trap? Is that a slang I'm not aware of? Huh? Sleeping with men is straight. Depends on the scenario. I'm not sleeping. I'm servicing. That's completely different. Either way, we're gonna rest. After getting some sleep, my HP increased by 3. Yeah, see. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, see? And then we go here. Okay. Alright. So that's what I do. That gives me some energy, because I really have no HP. Beans can't be a trap. He doesn't do speed runs. Exactly. Beans isn't a trap. Beans is a cat girl. This place got more on unhinged. Got more on unhinged. Square. What does that mean? Sometimes you guys really speak in riddles, you know? Sometimes it feels like you guys speak in hands. I don't know how to describe it, you know? Just saying. Being attracted to a male's pecs is straight. I don't know about that. That one feels a little bit like, I don't know. I think being attracted to a woman's pecs is pretty gay, you know? Like big muscle mommy and you're like, ooh, muscles. Like that's what you're looking at? I don't know. I'm gonna be completely honest, and I'm not gonna elaborate on what I'm about to say. Feel free to clip it, because it's just kind of facts. Being attracted to cock is less gay than being attracted to muscles. I'm drinking water, by the way, but I'm not really gonna elaborate. But you know, where is my scholar role? You should ask the librarians. Can Beans be my wife? Silly MP Basic. Beans is already your wife. That's a big ahoge, as are all the great ones. Ooh. Being attracted to a woman is gay. Kinda true. Kinda real. Can't even hate that one. I don't know who I want to do, like who I want to pursue. It's either, and I'm aware I'm saying it's either, describing like out of these 5, it's either her, or her. Like I know like out of these 5, it's either 3 people. But I really like the ramen shop owner because flat is justice. I really like the MILF just because she's kind of cute. And I really like the, you know, childhood best friend because childhood best friend. The ones I definitely know I don't want to do is the otaku girl just because, yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm not of that Jamaican life. And Jun, because I'm not really into tomboys. But we're gonna hang out with her regardless. Because she's the only one available today. Pursue the flat girl. That's what I want to do, you know? I am attracted to both cock and muscles. What does this mean, my lad? I guess you're like... I guess you're just neutral, you know? It cancels out a little bit. Please, Beans, let's meet Jun again. Please, I need this. Buddy, I don't have an option. I don't get a choice. The ramen girl has been the best in my honest opinion. I mean, yeah, that's who I want to do, you know? Not a whole lot of action so far into this dating action. Allison begs for a tomboy. Such a beautiful thing to see. I mean, we're gonna hang out with the tomboy guys. Even if I didn't want to hang out with her, no one else wants to hang out with us. So, you know, I don't really get a choice. So, you know, we're hanging out with her, I guess. I pace around my room. I scroll through my phone. Nothing good to watch. I scroll through my game library. Nothing good to play. I feel so tired and sluggish, but I sleep well and I've been eating well. Maybe I just need to exercise. Get the blood pumping a little bit. You can choose to raise stats instead. Okay, you know, it's like, Lamau, funny. It's there. Listen, even if I'm not into her, it's like, oh, I can choose to like read all day or hang out with a giant woman. I'm sorry, dude. You know, it's like that's not really a choice now, is it? I'll be honest, Beans. Looks like a furrball Onohole asking to be brutalized. I hope Beans 2.0 won't ruin the feeling. I'm sure Thank you for the compliment. I'm sure Beans 2.0 will only increase the feeling. It will only serve to further seduce you. If it's any consolation, Dustman has seen Beans 2.0, and I think it got his worm wiggling. I have to pee. Good luck, you know? Save some for the rest of us. I called Jen up. I mean, kinda. I don't see why Beans thinks that tomboys are gay. Men just can't accept women being stronger than them. I didn't say tomboys are gay. I said that specifically liking the muscles of a tomboy or any girl is gay. Like, if you are looking at, like, specifically just the muscles. Also, random furry. I hate to destroy the LARP, but like, if we're talking about gym nuts, a tomboy will never be stronger than a well-fit man. That's just impossible. I'm sorry, we don't live... Like, I'm sorry, fictitious game logic does not apply to the real world. That's just never gonna happen. I'm sure you could make the woman argument of like, what about female MMA fighter? It's like, yeah, I'm sure if you grabbed the female MMA fighter and matched her up against a dying anorexic boy, yeah, she would utterly destroy him. In the same way that I suppose Homelander would kill Walter White, you know? Like, it's not really a fair matchup now, is it? It doesn't mean Homelander is particularly strong. Like, we're not doing this argument. That doesn't work, you know? I'm not good at fighting. I could probably beat a tomboy in a fight, though. Probably. I've shot a gun before, okay? And I didn't die. Now, does that mean I could beat any decently athletic man in a fight? Probably not. I'm not that strong. But, you know, I'm taking back my $10. Just say you're gay. I'm not gay. Stop trying to convert me. This is your worst take ever, Beans. That's not true. That's objectively untrue. You have not heard my take about ADP yet. Beans, just say you're gay, bro. Come on. If I don't like the muscles, what am I supposed to like? Of a tomboy? Her feet, they're extra sweaty. Her pits, they're extra sweaty. Her tummy, it's extra sweaty. Her ass, it's extra sweat. Like, her sweat, guys, come on. It's like, easiest question ever. I'm sorry. Do I need to teach you the appeal of tomboys? Beans, you're 6'3" and black. Of course you would win. That's just, you know, that's how it be, you know? What can I say? I was born this way. If you put a Foyd MMA fighter versus a random Moid farmer, my money is on the farmer. Dude, if you put a Moid MMA fighter versus a random Moid farmer, my money is still on the farmer. You know how strong farmers are? Beans, you will die from recoil. Yeah, maybe if I'm firing like a freaking Desert Eagle or something. I've shot a revolver without dying. I think Cool Beans Man loves pheromones. Tomboys have firm asses and tits. Tomboys have plenty of electrolytes. Are we drinking them? Are we blending them up into a smoothie? What do you mean? Alright, I'm going back to being a lurker. Talk to you guys in 2 months. No! Come back! Don't do that. The cool LeBron man. I don't think LeBron is 6'3". I don't know how tall he is. I think he's a bit taller than that. You will be one of those people who got tuberculosis from drinking Gamer Girl sweat. Why would I drink a cup of Gamer Girl sweat? I'd lick the sweat off her directly. Thoughts on tomboy x femboy dynamics? Super hot. That's super hot. That's straight, but that's super hot. That's really hot. That's super hot though. That's straight and that's a gem and that's really hot, you know? I'm just saying, this is my W take. Hey, a pipsqueak, how's it going? June picks up after just one ring. That was 2 rings, actually. Pretty alright. You busy right now? I'll be free in 10 minutes. What's up? Down to hit the gym today? I hear Jun laugh away from the phone a little. It's not a malicious or demeaning laugh. It's happy, but almost sounds embarrassed. I always have time to hit the gym. I'll be there in 15. Get ready, stretch and hydrate before I get there. That's in order. Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye. Jun hangs up. She sounded so happy. I'm smiling just thinking about her voice. I spend the next few minutes getting dressed, drinking water, and stretching. I'm not chunky by any means, but I'm not in the best shape I could be. My bones are brittle, and I took a bit too long to touch my toes. I've been diagnosed cerebral palsy as of late. Lick the sweat beans. Do I need to teach you how to lick tomboys? Based beans. The appeal of tomboys are the tan lines that you can use as speed boosters for your Hot Wheels. Finally, actual straight tomboy lovers. What can I say? Bro wants her extra sweaty. Dude, I'm just saying, you know? Do you want your food unseasoned? Like, come on, man. What are you? You know? Allison W profile picture, wholly based. I think Allison has always had that profile picture. Viewers see Giantess instead of the dialogue box. Size Twitter impress. Guys, can we get this stream trending on size Twitter? I almost choked on the water. That would have been bad. I feel lighter and way more awake. I should really be doing this every morning. Eventually, something taps against my window. Something big. It's so loud and so sudden that I jump and yell a little. Ah! I turn around and see Jun tapping at my balcony window. I grab my water bottle and open the balcony window. What's so funny? It's funny spooking tinies. It's like putting a cucumber behind a cat. Never gets old. Anyway, ready to go? June lays out her hand. Yep. I climb onto it and she starts heading over to the gym. I'm just barely shorter than her middle finger. So, is there anything you want to work on in particular? Arms, legs, glutes? Good question. Okay, I gotta search something up real quick. No, I'm not saying what I'm searching up. Shut up. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay, yeah. Why is the girl from Danganronpa here? This looks nothing like Sakura. That's just untrue. This does not look like Sakura. Random, I'm like the straightest dude ever. What are you talking about? That's true. Kamen is like super straight. Every premium beaner is super straight and, you know, super handsome, blonde, fair white skin, blue eyes, successful career, has a 401k, lives in mansion, you know, can pull anyone they want, but exclusively pulls beans, of course. I want to work on her glutes. Glutes, please. Guys, legs might be a good choice too, though. Like, okay, like legs or glutes? How do you guys feel about it? Arms, so you can climb her feet better and faster. Niega, you were flirting with a man 10 minutes ago in a straight way, though. In a straight way. Oh, talking about raping him. Oh, you're talking about Kamen. Yeah, but he was doing it in a straight way. She's good, but a bit too steroidy looking. She's giant. I like tomboys who have a cock. What do you call me? What do you call that? Is that like Fuda? Futa tomboy? I'll save this for the tag stream. Okay? No. I'm saving it for the tag stream. I can't discuss it. This is a discussion to be had post Beans 2.0. And they can't swing you, OG. Legs, thick thighs, save lives. Alright, we're gonna put this up for a vote. Alright? So, glutes or legs? Alright, you guys get to decide. I'm letting you decide, okay? Which? Which do you want, glutes or legs? Alright? You guys get to say. That's the guy, Beans. No, Fuda is not a guy. You're just wrong. Okay, legs. No, glutes. Okay, glutes is winning. Now legs is winning. Now glutes is winning. If you guys need a tiebreaker, that's where I'll come in, you know? But so far, we got glutes winning. Leg lovers, you know, are you really going to let yourself be beaten? Means if you're a Warhammer fantasy faction, you would be Skaven. I don't know what, I've never played Warhammer. Is that good? Are they the good ones? Or are they the bad ones? It's like, you know, is that good? Are they the good guys? Asses are better than thighs. No, that's gay. If you think asses is better than thighs, you're gay. I'm just going to put it that way, you know? I don't think it's gay to like ass, but it's gay to like ass more than thighs. Okay, 50-50. 50-50? Alright. It's all up to me now. I get to break the tie, you know? I get to break it, you know? Sugar. Oh, dude, it's Sugar. No way. I can, Sugar. Legs or glutes? Welcome, Sugar. Skaven are giant rats that betray each other the whole time. Someone send that man to get BBC'd. Someone's common. You're gonna get BBC'd. Thick thighs save lives. I like both asses and thighs equally. What does that make me? Bisexual, I suppose. You kind of walked straight into that one, you know? Good day to you, Sugar. Fine. Sugar hasn't responded yet, and it's been 3 seconds. So I guess I'm gonna have to choose. Oh wait, no. He's choosing? Hello? Okay, no, I'll choose for you. We're choosing legs. We're choosing legs. I want to focus on legs today. Ah, so you're a leg man. Hell yeah, I am. Legs, glutes. Oh, dude, you agreed with me. Perfect. Legs it is. I cross my arms and nod proudly. They're half of our body mass, and we use them every day. Right, they're so crucial, yet so many people ignore them in the pursuit of chest and arm workouts. Their curves, their smoothness, the suppleness and strength of thighs. I love legs. Good to know. You won't be able to walk by the time I'm done with you. It's, my oh my. By openly discussing my leg fetish, I feel closer to Jun. Is there any particular reason you want to get stronger? For Maki. Not like you can lift anything here anyway. I simply want for Maki. Even if I will be weaker than any giant, I still want to be the strongest I can be. I respect that. Don't worry. We shall walk the path of power together. You will become the strongest tiny on this island by the time I'm done with you. Thanks. I'll do my best. It's like the strongest child in Epstein Island. You are an infidel, Beans. What does that mean? How am I an infidel? I haven't fideled anything yet. When someone says, stay 1,000 feet away from me, I just drool and twitch down there. Goodbye, MP. Bye, everyone. Beans lick. Aw, how cute. I hope the coal mines treat you well today as well, MP Basic. Tisk tisk. Why did you compare me to rats, Comment? I'm a bit offended now, you know? I'm a bit sad. Sad, paw job. If my training doesn't break your body, it'll break your mind. Ooh, I didn't know you were into Mind Break. What's Mind Break? Sounds like a horror movie or some kind of drug. She's so innocent. I can't tell her. It'd be funny, but her innocence is too cute. Oh, haha, yeah, it is a horror movie. I think there's a new one coming out soon. There's a new one coming out every day. Want to see it? June pauses. The pause is short enough to feel natural, but just long enough to feel uncomfortable. Hell yeah, I do. I love horror movies. What's it about? Shoot, now I need to make up a plot synopsis. I forget what it's about. Let me look up the plot synopsis. I pull up my phone and check what's showing at the local theater. Oh my god, there actually is a movie called Mind Break showing right now. It's the fourth one? Let me see. It's about a tiny trying to escape the mansion of a giant who captured her. Sounds like my kind of movie. Rated 18 plus for blood, gore, full frontal nudity, language, high impact violence, high impact sexual violence, depictions of drug use, and depictions of gambling. It definitely sounds like my kind of movie. As menacing as June can appear at first glance, she sure wears her emotions on her sleeve. That's funny, she doesn't have one. Well, she would if she had sleeves. Oh, dude, no way! That's what I said! I can already barely walk, but she could put me in a wheelchair. I think she's all bark, no bite, because HJIIKSN 89484. What does that even... What are you saying? Are you telling me like a serial code? I won't break her mind. Bean's mind break arc when? Just look at the Yick streams. You'll get him there. They scared about horror movies. They have a tender heart. When is the part where she grapes the player? Depictions of gambling and high-impact sexual violence? Peak! This is just a gacha game. We were so close to it on the TIFF realization. Yeah, honestly, just look at the Library of Runa streams. That's the mind break arc. High-impact sexual violence. My favorite. Feed me more. She's embarrassed about something, but I don't know why. Either she's embarrassed that she's into hard R movies, or that those movies are too extreme for her, but she wants to act tough. When's it come out? In about a month or so. That's plenty of time. June mutters underneath her breath. Sick. Looking forward to seeing it. Wanna make it a GSU club activity? Seems like the kind of film that your buddies would be into. I think the club is busy the weekend it comes out. But you don't know what weekend it comes out. Club's really busy all next month with bake sales and fundraisers. They definitely won't have the time to see the movie with us. If you say so. After 10 minutes of carefully walking through the tiny and Class 1 districts, Jun and I arrive at the gym. Dude, politics! She presses a card onto the card reader and immediately heads over the treadmills. Wait. I thought we were focusing on strength training today. Nobody said anything about doing cardio. Foolish Tiny. We always start workouts with cardio. It helps get your blood pumping and works out the most important muscle in your body. June points to her chest with her thumb. Your boobs? No! The heart. Do you know how much work it takes to pump blood through your body 24/7? You gotta make sure this little guy stays in tip-top shape. June puts me down on a table between two giant treadmills. It has some weights and treadmills for normal-sized people. Huh, it's nice that the gym's so accommodating. I get on the treadmill and start walking. How much cardio should we do? June has already started running at impressive speed. She has the form of a pro. Not a single wasted emotion. Perfectly controlled breathing, too. I normally just run for 50 kilometers. Is that impressive? What is that in miles? Can someone tell me that in freedom units? A wheelchair. Mermaids weren't mentioned, Mermaids in Wheelchairs Season 2. I'm sorry, okay? Not yet. I am the new apprentice. I have decided. What is... I am the new narc apprentice. I have decided. What's an apprentice? Can someone translate that for me? Beans, why am I still haven't gotten my scholar role? Random furry, I can't give you roles right now. It's, I'm currently streaming, I'm unable to do this. If the mods haven't done it, then, I think that's just a complaint to the quality of our mods. Clearly, they're not all that. This woman makes gay men straight, I have to admit. Apprend tits, duh? I understand the tits part, and the duh part is a little mean, but I get it. But what do you mean apprend? What does it mean to apprend? Or the Yan fight to some degree. The Yan fight was not a mind break. I lost twice and then got it on my third attempt. That is not mind break. Okay, you're not gonna say the Yan fight had me like, ah, I'm losing my cool, Yan. Like, no, that wasn't happening. Okay, you're greatly exaggerating. I don't think I ever screamed at the Yan fight. I was screaming during the like Jebera realization. Like, those were actual parts where like you could look at them and yeah, fair enough. You could say that's bad. All right. Common got Tsundere roll in a second, and I still haven't gotten mine. I didn't actually know Common got it. That's unfortunate. Mods, can you do your job? Random Furry, you have my permission to just ping a mod of your choice. Only one. You can't ping every mod. Choose a mod, and you have my permission to ping that guy over and over, you know? Until he notices you and gives you an answer. Whatever answer he gives you, you'll have to take, though. Then you have to stop, then you have to stop pinging him. If he mutes you for this, if you get muted for like pinging him for too much, then I promise you I'll black him. Okay, I'll get that mod blacked. But you have my promise on all these conditions. Need this massive tomboy muscle mommy in my life ASAP. The fact that she's giant does make her significantly hotter. I'm not running that much. Wasn't expecting you to with those little legs. Just run a kilometer or two. I can tell you're a newbie, so don't try to break any records. Nah, I'm too lazy to do this BS. Understandable, Random Furry. I can guarantee you'll get your roll at the end of the stream. Beans, I just noticed I don't have premium anymore because my card is expired. Unfortunately, you will only get my money when my card comes back. I'm sorry to hear it. I hope your card comes back very, very soon, Cascode. Love all the same. Honorary premium till your card comes back. If you are a premium, take a look in the server, because I posted a preview for the Dark Souls 2 video. Short 2.5 minute preview. Quite lengthy for the premium beaners that you can see right there. So if you're premium, take a look in the Discord, because there's something made for you. Aye aye. I slowly increased my pace on the treadmill throughout my first minute of running. The treadmill I'm on has a bunch of displays on it. It depicts speed, steps taken, heart rate, and even the amount of calories burned so far. Fricker only wants me for my money. I was being nice and loving. Fine, Cascode. What do I even say now? Nah, I can't say anything. Send him to get blacked. We gotta take this golden moment of opportunity. He's not premium right now. He doesn't have blacked immunity. Mod, send him to the BBC chambers. Alright? Send him to the BBC chambers now. I guess you told basic beaners that the next video is Dark Souls 2. I did say that at the start of the stream. They don't get to... If you're a basic beaner, I guess that's your name now, according to the scholars, then I'm afraid you don't get to see the preview. I'm not afraid, actually. I'm quite determined that you don't get to see the preview. But, that's one of the honors. What? No! I'm sorry, Cascode. I was trying to be nice, but this is what happens. Bro's gonna come back blacked. Bro's gonna come out for spade tattoo. There's an option to watch some TV or some idyllic landscapes around the world. It's pretty nice. By the end of the first minute, the machine says I'd be able to run a kilometer in 4 minutes. That's pretty good, right? After 3 minutes, I got sweaty. Real sweaty. This is a safe gooning space, right? Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Look at the stream. Do you think it isn't? I can't guarantee they won't judge you, but I'm sure you can judge back. Oh wait, I'm still boosting. Doesn't matter if I'm blacked. Oh, never mind then. Frick! Oh my gosh. I guess I take it back. You won't be blacked. My legs hurt and my lungs sting when I inhale the cool gym air. What if you inhale her cool armpit air instead? Just work through it. Just work through it. Don't embarrass yourself. The wenches are watching. Unfortunately, my speed starts to wane after the 5th minute. Wait, that's a dude? Dude, really? Is that a serious statement? That's a dude. You see the big ass tits on the screen. And your question is, that's a dude. Goyim. I can't. Goyim. Just go do Goyim really, you know? I need water. I need a break. Tell me about it. I glance over at the console and see I've run exactly 1.5 kilometers. That's a good place to stop. I slap the stop button, hop off, and start collecting my breath, hunched over with my hands on my knees. Meanwhile, Jun is still going. I haven't seen her slow down once the entire time. Stand up straight and put your hands over your head. You'll feel better. I do as Jun says, and whoa, I really do feel better. Stomach still hurts, but it's not overwhelming. Attaboy. Just a little more and done. June slams the stop button on her treadmill and hops off, now caked in a layer of sweat. Hell yeah. New record. She snags a rolled up towel and, out of the treadmill's cup holder and starts drying herself with it. I'm sorry, perfectly usable towel right here. The LARP levels are off the charts. Will I be called a scholar from now on? You're not a scholar, random furry. You're the scholar. This is not. That's still getting me. That's a dude? Does this look like a dude? Like it? Really? You don't see the big, but really? That's dude. Is that a moid? Are you blind? I'm sorry, Tobier Oxon. Are you for real? Are you trying to rage bait me? Is that your attempt at rage bait? Is this rage bait? I can only excuse this if you tell me this is rage bait. I'm sorry. This looks like Obama. Oh, that's poor quality rage bait. It's impossible to look up at her face, dude. Look at those freaking honkers. That's a boy. That's a boy. Also, the sound font of this song sounds familiar, but I can't exactly place where I've heard it. It's actually the Earthbound sound font. Oh my goo. We're getting gooey now? Keep it in your pants. She snags. Oh, wait, I already. How much did you end up running? 60 kilometers in 8 minutes. New record. I weakly give Jun a thumbs up. Good job. Thank you. How much did you run? 1.5 kilometers in 8 minutes. Not bad for someone with 1 meter legs. You should be proud of yourself. June takes a sip of water from her bottle, picks me up. All right, let's give your legs a break. Time to do some bench presses. I groan. No whining. Yes, ma'am. June lays me down on a tiny bench and starts sliding some weights on. This looks appropriate for you. Test it out. Okay. What if we did tiny little bench presses, but she put the bench on her tummy? I think that'd be more cool, you know? Or better yet, in between her boobs. What, that's an Earthbound sound font? No, I made that up. I just lied. Beans, are Turks really people? Turks are the superior people, I'm afraid, okay? We got 3 groups of people. We got Goyim, alright? Then we got Jews. Then we got Turks. Alright, that's how it goes. If you're Turkish, I'm afraid the entire world is your plaything. Good question, though. Good question. I don't think that's a guy. What makes you say that? She can bench press me. You're right, she definitely can. I'm still exhausted from the run, but I lie down as Jun instructed and push the bar up. It's heavy as expected, but manageable. I feel I could confidently and safely bench this without Jun's supervision. Not that I would. I've seen enough videos online to know benching without a spotter is a bad idea. I put the bar back onto the rack. This seems doable. I wipe my forehead. How many reps should I do? Start with 10. Go slow and steady, alright? Got it. That's kind of cute. That's not like a lewd CG, but it's kind of cute, you know. That's a pretty cute one. I take a deep breath and start bench pressing. 1, 2, 3. That's a Fuda. Show us her. I'm not gonna lie. Jun is definitely built like a Fuda. It wouldn't surprise me to say the least, you know? When will anyone except her appear after we finish our interaction with her? We're literally hanging out with her right now. After we finish hanging out with her, don't worry. Next void will appear. Just you be patient. June stares down at me and nods in approval. Not bad. Keep going. 4, 5, 6. I press the bar to my chest and continue my reps. Keep your breathing stable, slow and steady. Almost there. 7. Oh, I see what they did. They didn't want to put 6 next to 7. That's clever. That's smart. You guys are really smart. 7. 8. A sharp pain engulfs my right bicep, as if it's just got stung by something. My right arm instinctively lets go and retracts to my side, causing the bar to fall. Now ya! My body tenses up to brace for impact, but the bar never hits me. June's finger grabs onto the sides of the bar as if it were a mere cotton swab. Are you okay? My body holds my breath for a little bit more. I force it to relax. Yeah, good save. That's why I'm here. June puts the bar back on the rack. What happened? Did you strain yourself? Beans, Bussy or Gawk? I can't answer that question. I can't. I can't answer that question for free. Oy vey. I asked Umber where's my role. Another mod, like Japanese crap name, asked me which one, and this Nyaga Mal said blacked. All right, we got a black Mal now. Can we get Mal blacked? Can we black Mal? That's in order. Mods black this man, and black Tiger. I think Tiger's already blacked. But yeah, black Mal. No, I rubbed my bicep. Just felt like something stung me in my arm. Let me see. Jean peers in closer until her cheek is pressed against my body. I reveal my arm and look down at it. There's no bite mark, no stinger, not even any red. Huh, weird. Is that the first time this has happened? No, it's happened to me before, but normally if it's really hot out. How weird. Could just be a skin thing. Do you get dry arms? Now that you mention it, my elbows and upper arms tend to dry out. Try putting lotion on them every day. Also, make sure you do all your arm stretches before you work out. Will do. I rub and feel my bicep just to make sure there's nothing wrong. It still feels fine. The pain subsided just as quickly as it emerged. Thanks. Don't mention it. Want to do some leg exercises instead? I don't want you to risk hurting your arm. That sounds wise. June picks me up and carries me over to a giant abductor. You got some big thighs. What does getting blacked mean? Getting blacked is a sign of justice, is what it is, okay? There's people in this world that no matter how much you may try to teach them with love, with care, with attention, patiently, they just don't get the memo, They just won't learn the lesson. And that's when you call the bull, okay? That's when the bull needs to be notified, and that's what BBC is made for, okay? Something happens to that individual that, without getting into any details, we'll just say it changes their life forever. And they won't be making the same mistake anymore. That's all I'm going to say, okay? Some people might call it cruel, unusual, perverted, degenerate. I call it a proper tool in a captain's arsenal, okay? A good leader knows when to reward his men. A good one also knows when to punish them. That's all I'm going to say, okay? So, that's my description, It's true. Dedication to our fuzzy streamer is surely to be questioned beyond status alone. So true. Half of the mods don't frequent the stream like some of us do. I think Umber's always here, actually. We can't say that about Umber. Umber's always here and Kurok lurks. I think the mods we genuinely do, like, low-key gotta be ripping limb from limb, though, is Tiger and Pitkerson. But Pitkerson gets the pass, though. Pitkerson does get the pass, because he is my top guy, and he's low-key making the mod. Tiger, on the other hand, I'm afraid, I'm sorry, Tiger, you know? I'm sorry. Is there another mod that I forgot? Did I forget a mod? I don't think... If I forgot a mod, then that's kind of dangerous for you. Like, you're doing something wrong if I don't remember you. Oh, Scallop. Yeah, Scallop low-key worthless. Not gonna lie. Scallop low-key kind of useless. That guy as well. Like, Tiger has his moments. If we're ranking our mods in a tier list, Scallop low-key washed, you know? Scallop is the Homelander of the mod team, you know? Except this isn't the boys. This isn't the goys, you know? We're talking about, like, I don't know. Bro's low-key built like Deku. I don't know how to describe him. He's just all sorts of washed. He's a street tier. I was gone. What did you say about me, Dada? I guess you'll have to ask the Beaners to know. But after that statement, I'm starting to think I might have said things that, you know, were a bit too positive. You got some big thighs. You should be able to oh no, Jun said that. I thought that was Naoya. You should be able to do this just fine. Jun sits on the machine and puts me down on a table with a smaller hip abductor on it. I sit down in the hip abductor, adjust the weight to 40 kilograms, and start pressing my thighs together. There's some good resistance, but it's satisfying. Jun also does the same, although she's squeezing her legs together at a much faster pace than I am. How much weight did you pick? 250 metric tons! I feel very small. Nice. Damn right it's nice. I could crush a skyscraper between these. She proudly pats her thigh. What got you into exercising, if you don't mind me asking? Were you always a gym rat? June's lips grimace for a moment. God, I wish I was born a gym rat. Would have made school way easier. She sighs. But I only got into fitness after the growth spurt. Why only after? June looks wistful. All her haughtiness and attitude evaporates almost instantly. It looks and sounds like I'm talking to a completely different person. I wasn't the healthiest child. I had to sit out of PE all the time. Oh, I'm sorry. What did you have? June shrugs. Don't know. Doctors insist they couldn't figure it out. First they said I just wasn't getting enough vitamins. Then they said I was anemic. Then they said I was narcoleptic. Every doctor had a different opinion, and all of them were wrong. I even missed 3 field trips because I collapsed on the way to school. Even as Jun says this, she continues squeezing her thigh together with impressive speed and rhythm. I then got desperate and started doing my own research on how to feel better. I read some stories online about how people like Teddy Roosevelt were able to overcome asthma through vigorous exercise. I tried working out when I was still small, and it would just land me back at the hospital every time. That's awful. Yeah, it was worse for my parents though. They had to miss work sometimes just to take care of my sorry ass. Don't think about it like that. I'm sure they were more than happy to take care of you. June's lips curl in a wry smile, but only for a moment. I hope you're right. Is that why you're working out so much now? Trying to make up for your lost time? Heh, I guess you could say that. See, this is why autism isn't real. It's like, you could make a compilation of all the times I've mentioned this, where it's kind of like, does Beans genuinely believe this? Like, does Beans low-key believe this? I can't say. But all I'm going to say is, look at Teddy Roosevelt. Bro had asthma. Bro locked the frick in. Bro did not have asthma. It's like, oh, I have autism. I have, like, you know, I have ADHD. I have a bunch of these made-up diseases that simply aren't real. And it's like, okay, that sounds like an excuse for just not having a personality. I'm sorry, you're just not that interesting of an individual. So you added a fun fact, okay? Bro added a quirk in bio. It's like, just saying. No such thing. No such thing, okay? Me personally, Cheeks is the best. Sorry, one last question. Which one do you like more, Melons, Cheeks, Puh, or De? I guess Melons out of those. My answer would be Feet, but if I have to choose, I'd say Melons. Okay, I'm a bounce. Until next time. See you next time, The Legend 27. See you next time. What the hell, boss? Why do you want to black me? I never said I wanted to black you. I said if you did a very specific thing, you would get blacked. Specifically, if you ignored the cries of random furry, you would have to get blacked. Did you ignore the cries of random furry? If you did, I'm afraid it's time for the BBC. If you didn't, then ignore the statement. You're good. You're good. Boss, why have you betrayed me and sentenced me to being blacked? I have only sentenced you to it if you deserve it. Why am I a guy now? What do you mean why are you a guy? You'll end up in the blacked rooms. No amount of autism will make me strong enough, Beans. Lend me your chromosomes. Hear me out. Power, you get the superpower to transfer chromosomes via sex. How would this make you feel? I don't know what role Random Furry wants. She didn't say anything. Okay, Random Furry, that's kind of your fault for vague posting, you know? They just said they wanted a role. That's kind of Random Furry's fault for vague posting, okay? I got a guy role. That's different. That's a completely different role. You should not have the guy role. No, you gotta give Random Furry the scholar role. I just don't know what role to give, boss. Nobody's telling me anything, and I'm doing this while in a travel agency. Bro's running from the law? Why are all beaners such a dangerous people? Why is this the case? Can we find out this? Jun's eyes wander down to her flexed arms. I feel great every time I come here. I never thought I'd be able to run so fast or lift so much. Hell, just being able to walk to class unsupervised without worrying about fainting is a dream come true to me. It's like, this is why you have to date disabled women. The bar is so much lower, guys. It's like regular Floyd be like, oh, why didn't you get me this ring made out of, like, you know, the hopes and dreams of abused African children. It's like, oh, okay, it's, you know, you have to spend $9 billion to buy an appetizer at the Cheesecake Factory, and then she's like, why did you take me to the Cheesecake Factory? This isn't a fancy establishment. And it's like, oh my gosh, just 30 years ago, you wouldn't have had the right to vote, and you have the audacity to say these things. But if it's a disabled Floyd, then you, like, pick her up from the wheelchair, and then it's like, wow, how magical. It's like I can see the whole world from up here. And that's just because, you know, this is for women too. Don't think I'm just giving this advice to men. If you're a woman, get yourself a disabled man. Okay? Like, that man is not gonna, he's not gonna, most women are not gonna view him as a provider. So I promise you, that's easy prey to manipulate right there, okay? You go to that disabled man, take him to the beach, and just lie, like, looking up at the stars or something. And then just hold his hand and say, you know, just say, like, you know, like, hug him and say, I feel so protected around you. And there you go. Like, you just do that. Normally that'll melt a man plus the disability points. There you go. That master manipulation techniques, how to use people with beans. Guys, you should find love with, like, people that you love, I think. Don't date someone purely as, like, an asset in your big long run chess game, okay? Disabled women don't have fishtails instead of legs, so it doesn't hit the same. But I guess it's good enough. You can go for like a Welsh woman. I think it's close enough if you think about it. Go to 1950s mental hospital and breed the brain dead women. Modern day equivalent. Go to a modern day equivalent. What is the modern day equivalent of the 1950s mental hospital? I don't know. Data VTuber. Okay, so Beans and I supposed to listen to whatever random furry say, like it's you or something? No, you're supposed to listen to me. Almost forgot. Day 56. Asking Beans to play MGR. So true. Welcome, Tiger Shark. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to see you here. Wait, random furry is a Floyd? Yeah. Are you telling me you haven't been here in the streams as of late, Tiger Shark? A mod besides Pitkerson admitting to LARPing? I don't know. I don't think you have the pass, Tiger Shark. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Dating disabled people does not mean you have low standards. No, I'm saying the disabled people have low standards. Not you have low standards. I'm not saying you have low standards. I'm saying you are the low standards. Completely different scenario. Okay? You would be surprised how many think it will go well. Fascinating. Okay, Beans. Random furry just voted to black you on a honey pot poll. What do we do? Tiger Shark, you're not beating the LARPer allegations. I've been busy with IRL stuff, including the upcoming death of a family member. I'm sorry to hear that, Tiger Shark. W federal agents. I don't think the feds had anything to do with that one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry to hear that, Tiger Shark. I hope things get better before they. Nah, I just hope things get better. Things will get better. Things always get better. People say, black pill or black pill this, blue pill that. But I think ultimately speaking, guys, whatever pill the Goyim are taking, you can always choose to take the truth pill yourself, Oh, frick, I got wet. I was going to say something really sweet and motivational, but then the water fell on me. I used to date a woman who thought vaccines were Jewish psyop. Sweetest gal ever. I mean, they are. I mean, they definitely are. That woman's right. That woman's correct. I'm not saying they were necessarily invented as so, but as they're used now, yeah, definitely. I'm not saying they're putting like a little thing in your body that like tracks you or anything, but your old girlfriend was right. She was correct about that. She sounds like a really sweet girl. You'll all believe it or not, guys. Maybe there's a good Foyd out there. We just haven't found her yet. I'm not saying there's a good Foyd for you out there. I'm saying there's one. Like, there's a good Foyd on, somewhere in the planet that we just need to locate. And then she can bear everyone's children, because she's the only good one. That's kind of my theory there. Either way, I'm sorry, guys. No blacking Tiger Shark allowed, guys. Can we bleach Tiger Shark instead? Tiger Shark, can you get bleached? That's the opposite. That's not a curse. That's a blessing. Tiger, Beans is black. That's true. I've met a good Foyd. Okay, but what about the good Foyd? Not a good Foyd, the good Foyd. Because it's like a good Foyd. She could be a descendant of the good Foyd. Or like she could be an avatar of hers. But where is the good Foyd, The good one. All Foyds are descendant from the bad Foyd, If you really think about it. Like look at Eve, like all that happened, it makes sense. It kind of makes sense. It's like they all came from the bad Foyd. Where's the good Foyd? Have we found her yet? That's a cool idea for a cryptid. Hear me out. 300 years from now, new cryptid, the good Foyd. Can we talk about the good Foyd like for long enough where historians will think it was a real person? Can we just do that? Can we make this the next Gaslight, guys? Just talk about the good Foyd. Make images. Okay, guys, someone draw the good Foyd. We need a design to go off of. What does the good Foyd look like? There's only 5 good Foyds out. No. 5 good. Okay, you didn't say the good Foyd. Foyds are the source of all problems. That's why the good Foyd is so enigmatic. That's what makes her an anomaly. Horror movie called The Good Foyd. Isn't this just obsession? I haven't watched it. I need to watch it legally, of course. I don't know how much longer I'll be healthy. Or even if I'll stay giant forever. This is true. We don't know if giantism is permanent or just a temporary ailment. I've been so happy the last few years that Jotun feels like a dream sometimes. I wouldn't be surprised if I woke up 150 centimeters tall in a hospital bed tomorrow. I gotta savor this body as much as I can. I pat Jun's arm. I promise you, it's not a dream. I'm real. Jun's smile regains its strength, but only for a moment. Where were the field trips to, by the way? Nara, Hokkaido, and Kyoto. Damn it, those all sound super fun. I'd be pissed if I missed those. Which one were you looking forward to the most? Hokkaido. I always wanted to see the snow. Let's go then. What? Let's go to Hokkaido. Jun's lips start quivering. Like, right now? I'm really busy with the GSU right now, and I don't think there's any snow in Hokkaido at the moment. Want to go this winter? You sure? Don't you have other plans? I don't have any plans at the moment. Do you have the money for that? I can save up for my job. Let me think about it. But that would be really nice. Jun's legs are shaking. Do you still faint sometimes? June proudly shakes her head. Nope, haven't had any symptoms ever since I started growing. No nausea, no fatigue, no hot flashes, no dizziness. Fit as a fiddle. Fascinating. I cross my arms and rub my foreskin. So whatever causes giantism doesn't just simulate growth, it can also cure certain things. Seems like it. I'm hoping to find and isolate whatever caused the growth spurt. I gotta get bigger. Do you mean taller, buffer, or bustier? I mean all three would be nice. But taller takes priority. I want to be the strongest giant. Is there a particular height you'd want to be? How tall is Tokyo Skytree? 634 meters. Then I want to be 635 meters. At least. Why? Because then I'd be the tallest and strongest in Japan. Kaijus everywhere would kneel before my might. I keep on forgetting kaijus actually exist in this world. Can't argue with that. Plus, I could single-handedly deliver justice to people persecuting my sisters. And there'd be nothing they could do about it. Uh-huh. What would that justice entail? Threatening to smush city blocks. That seems dangerous. Nah, it's fun. Have you ever built a block tower as a kid and just knock it over? Same principle, just on a slightly bigger scale. Would you crush the city block if I was in it? This is like the giant equivalent of even George Floyd. The Floyds are starting to think they have rights. Weakest Floyd slander I have ever heard. Average CS game goes worse. She wasn't born a giantess. None of them were. None of these were. None of these were born giantess. They all contracted it. The good Floyd is a chill. She likes Toho and lollies, and is writing a Toho fanfic. She sends me clips of her playing Mario Kart Wii. I wonder who this Floyd is. You had me until Mario Kart Wii. And then it's like, okay. Maybe not. Maybe Floyds aren't that good. You just to know, I hate Mario Kart Wii. I don't like Mario Kart Wii. Give women a silver power. She starts wrecking city blocks every time. Hey, she could wreck all the city blocks she wants. What? Of course not. That'd be messed up. I'd evacuate all the innocent tinies for exactly. She's killing bad people. I would do the same thing in her position. If I had her powers, I'd do the exact same thing, you know? Like, it's, you know, what would I do if, you know, it's, come on, you do that too, okay? It's like, first order of business. You'd step foot in Detroit and like, okay, let me evacuate all the innocents. Looks down, okay, innocents evacuated. You didn't do anything because there are no innocents. So then you do it, you know? One of the worst goon corners I've seen. Honestly sloppy. Do better. Ziddle, you're gay. Translation, I live for that BBC. You're gay. If you're going to look at this, if you're unironically going to look straight at this and tell me this is Cole, sorry, dude, you're gay. You crave cock. Then I'd replace their old city block with a new city block. You can just do that? You'd be impressed what 3D printers can churn out these days. This is true, but still, entire city blocks? It's possible with giant 3D printers. How do you think tiny wards of Juden were made so quickly? Are you serious? Yeah, some of the wards are basically built like puzzles. You can just lift sections of the city out like puzzle pieces. That's kind of ingenious, actually. Right. It's what makes the Destruction Archipelago possible in the first place. Wait, what's the Destruction Archipelago? You haven't heard? It's basically a theme park for giants. You pay a fee for a time slot, and the park generates a city for you to mess around in. Throw trucks around, use buildings as baseball bats, seeing the hologram tinies cry and flee from you. It's so much fun. It's a bit pricey, but I can't help myself. I'm there every other weekend. You don't think that's weird, do you? Nah, as long as nobody gets hurt, I can see the appeal. Dude, I would do that too. It's like, hear me out, but like, imagine if there's like, oh, dude, do you hate your wife? They do that. There's like places you can go to in China where they'll make like a clay sculpture of your wife and you can just beat it. Like that exists. It's just, you know, we don't really have that. I think you can go to an axe throwing place, like in America, and then just say like, hey dude, can I put a picture of my wife on the thing? And if they're chill, they'll be like, oh yeah, dude, go ahead. And then they'll like maybe project a picture of your wife, and then you grab the axe and you just fling those bad boys. It's normal. It's the same thing. Stuff like this exists, is what I'm saying. All goon corners are gems. Cag. Thank you, Ivory. Gay people are based because they hate foids. I don't think saying all gay people hate foids is like saying, I don't know, that inherently carnivores hate plants or something. Like, I don't know how to. No, that's not true. That's just objectively untrue. I think most gay people probably like foids, you know? Just because they don't frick foids doesn't mean they hate them. That's not how that works. Well, I'm gay. I guess that makes sense. At least you admitted it. Hey, Beans, you heard of a boob job. You've heard of a foot job. But have you ever heard of a foob job? Check the Discord art channel. Don't worry, it's censored. That's the most menacing statement I think I've heard in a good while. But sure, I'll humor you, you know? I'll humor you right now. What is this? What's a foob job? I can't show this on YouTube. Believe it or not, this is too much for YouTube. But join the Discord, guys. Join. Oh, I didn't post the Discord. I'm kind of stupid. I didn't pin the Discord. There we go. Pinning the Discord. Join the Discord. Look in the art channel. You're gonna find something very, very interesting, to say the least. Okay? That's all I can really say about it. I'm gay and I hate foids, and my anecdote is law. I guess you're kind of an exception in that sense. Welcome, guys. We found him, the first ever gay beaner. Giant rec rooms have to cost so much money to make. Oh my LARP, she just explained they're 3D printed. Mito, what the frick is this? It's coal. I'm not gonna lie, Mito. That's coal. What you just showed me is like legit low-key coal. Okay. I don't know if I like. Cunny connoisseur. I don't know if I like this. Okay. It's like watching demolition or weapon testing videos online. There's a certain fascination to watching stuff get destroyed. Right? Totally normal desire. Nothing weird about it. At all. Want to work on your abs? Sure. Jin and I spent the rest of the afternoon working out. By the time we finish, the sun has set and I can hardly move. Every muscle is aching. I'm drenched in sweat and it hurts to breathe. Yet, I feel reborn, as if all my sins have been purged from my body. June is now carrying me home in her hand, as if I were some wounded sparrow. Dang, you worked your ass off today. I had no idea tinies could even run for that long. Yeah, well, it takes me 10 full seconds to muster strength and air to keep talking. It was fun. Let's work out together. Again. Ow. I like the way you think. How does a 4 a.m. run sound? Not tomorrow. Relax, just pulling your leg. You need a rest. Thank you. June continues walking in silence for a bit. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of kid were you? Honestly, I wasn't that exciting. Played with some classmates, showed up to school every day, played video when I got home. Really only had one friend growing up. That's one more than me. Really? Would you want a friend that you can't play with? Or eat with? Would you want a friend that you would have to take care of 24/7? I think a friend's a friend. A friend's a friend. I don't care if they can't play with me. I don't care if I have to carry them everywhere. As long as we enjoy each other's company. That's all I need. Grabs hair comb from inside shirt pocket and combs hair back downwards while biting lip and giving her a side eye. I don't care if you're an anorexic, disabled, transgender person of color. You'll always be a friend in my heart. Points directly at chest. You see this? Yeah, your chest? No. Deeper than that. Your heart? No. Think a bit deeper. She looks at you confused. That right there? That's your home. And then she blushes. You know, because you just told her your heart, that's her home. What can I say? I should really write Yaoi. I haven't dealt with women for like 4 months now. 4 months sober on women. I am just pretty formal with Floyd's nowadays. Inceldom is fun. I like Inceldom. You didn't say Inceldom. You said, I don't know. Inceldom kind of feels like, I don't know, like femdom or smalldom. Like that should be a tag. Guys, send dojins where the incel is the one in control, you know? Can I get some? Can we get some? Can I? Inceldom is just so cool. Guys, can we get some Shota on Onasan Inceldom, please? Can we get that, please? I think that's a really awesome premise. I am bisexual and I hate Floyds. I only dated women for like 1 month or 2, then ghost them like Black Father ghosts his kids. You know, with that comprehension of English, are you sure you're not black yourself? Ooh. I suspected this existed, but I hoped it wouldn't. That's what it feels like. The first gay beaner appeared at the start of the journey. It was no one except the Beans himself. I don't know if you're a scholar anymore. I don't know. I want to date a misogynistic femboy who constantly tries to convince you to join the dark side. Hasn't he already convinced you if you're dating him? Beans, can you announce how much you like lollies? I like lollies. There we go. I did it, guys. Token met for the stream. It's called Ugly Bastard. No, it's not. That's Cole. Ugh. I hate Ugly Bastard. No, don't ruin it. I said Shota for a reason. When you do it on purpose, it's no longer inceldom. It's volceldom. Well, that's why I called it. Well, I guess, okay, does he transform? Okay, what if we add mind control in there? Mind control inceldom. He's still an incel because he's doing it involuntary. Because he's... Okay, incel Shota is being mind controlled by a girl. We'll make her a lolly. To do a MILF. So it's One on Shota. He's still an incel because it's not voluntary. And there's mind control elements at play. Does that pass? Does that pass? Just saying. I'm still asking myself how they feed the giants. Like, how do they get that much flour for the ramen? That's a good question. What do you mean comprehension of English? My message has no mistakes. I have dyslexia, so I probably perceived one, but it doesn't matter because my perception of truth just so happens to be reality. Whether or not reality agrees with my perception of truth. So, tisk tisk, lamau. I'm sure you meant that, but I've heard many people say the same thing. A lot of people may mean well. A lot of people will genuinely care for someone who's infirmed. But caring for someone is exhausting. Everyone has their own lives. It's not right to demand someone to wait around for you. And yet, you're okay with carrying me around everywhere. Yeah, but carrying you is like carrying a grain of rice. You're not a burden at all. What if I became a burden? Would you still want to be my friend? Absolutely. I'm taken aback. Not a moment of hesitation. Not a shred of uncertainty in her voice or body language. Wait, seriously? Why? Because we're friends, aren't we? And that's what friends do. I rest my hand on June's palm. Thank you, June. That means a lot. Don't mention it. June continues walking me home, being careful to not step on anything. So, about that one friend you had growing up, is it that blonde chick you're always with? The cheerleader with the giant knockers? Yep, that's the one. What's the deal with you two, by the way? We're just friends. We've been engaged since... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to choose that one. I have to... I'm more interested in her than June. That's such a cool one. Reminded me of a lolly mermaid that's kind of cute called Laura Lamer. Unfortunately, she grows legs halfway through. At least she's a crippled fish for a while. You kind of talk about your fetish the same way Yoshikage Kira talks about his fetish. That's the thing that's kind of unnerving about it. Like, it's not like, oh, whoa, Cunny, or sniff, sniff, feet or something, or like, ooh, Guro, or whatever. Like, I don't know. I see... Mermaids in Wheelchair Season 2 is more intimidating than any Guro fan in this entire community. Okay? Like, it's Guro, I sleep. Mermaids in Wheelchairs Season 2, that's like, okay, sound the alarm, notify the town guards. Like, that, he feels more dangerous with the way he describes it, you know? Like, I can just hear the menacing music playing as you say this, you know? Of course you don't want to frick the Aryan cheerleader. Of course you want to frick the Aryan cheerleader. Don't we all? Real, truly lifelong dedication. Just use galvanized steel beams. Maybe they just used galvanized steel beams. Well, I guess across the plants and crap of this game world actually scales of giants. It does. We live in like Giant City. Yoshikage Kira Yaoi. Why did you say that? We've been engaged since kindergarten. We're engaged, actually. Ugh. She's so sad. She's going through every... What? When did this happen? She proposed to me in kindergarten. Gave me a candy ring and everything. Wow. Oh my god, that's so cute. What do you mean? Oh, come on. You know that kindergarten proposals don't count. Little kids propose all the time, but they don't understand what they're really doing. How do you know that? I had a friend in kindergarten that proposed to her teacher. Uh-huh. Tell me more about this friend of yours, Jun. I would if I could. We lost contact after we graduated. She moved to city I can't pronounce with her uncle. Haven't seen her since. But anyway, that proposal's not real. Hell, chances are she doesn't even remember doing that. That is true. She never brings it up. And she loves bringing up old stuff to embarrass me. Oh, does she? I may have to give her a call then. Please don't. Or else what? What's a little pipsqueak like you gonna do about it? I'll be very sad. Well, dang, can't argue with that. That actually worked? Holy crap, she's a softie. Why are you asking about Hifumi, by the way? Been looking for more potential GSU members. And friends. Do you think she'll be busy during our fundraiser? Yeah, Hifumi's usually pretty busy with cheerleading. But if any of the fundraisers include baked goods, you can bet on her showing up and spending a bunch of money. Good to know. Does she have a favorite kind of cookie? Just plain old chocolate chip. My favorite is oatmeal. She prefers them a little on the crunchier side. I prefer them a little bit on the softer side. Good to know. Text me the bake sale info and I'll send it to Hifumi. Girl's got a monstrous appetite. She'll probably fund your club for an entire month. Here's hoping. Eventually, June arrives back at my apartment and drops me off at the balcony. There you go. I feel my legs tremble and pain shoot up my spine the second June puts me down. I lean over and rest my body along the doorframe for support. Are you gonna be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. I shoot June a thumbs up. Okay, don't hurt yourself. Drink lots of water and be sure to stretch every now and then. It'll help with the soreness. Will do. Thanks, June. No prob. Get some rest, pipsqueak. Thanks for working out with me today. Pleasure's all mine. I wave June goodbye and wait until she disappears over the horizon to fall over. Ouch! I crawl my way over to the bathroom and simmer in a hot bath for the next hour. My body still hurts, but in a good way. Wow, would you look at that? That ain't legally binding. I think it is, though. I think it is. Lolicon teacher, he should have taken the engagement ring. Tons of cute dojins of her being carried by her girlfriend. It's cute. Yuri and cute in the same sentence? I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one. Being someone named Random Furry 2.0 joined. Things are scary. Tiger, who is that? Someone's LARPing as Random Furry? What is the percentage of your gay following, Beans? I think like 1%. I think maybe 1%. Tricky investigation indeed. No, it's only 1%. I answered it. No need to investigate. Can you take my legs? Oh my, how lewd. Alright, so what are we gonna do? I'm gonna save. We're gonna do some stats. We're gonna do some stat training. Courage, intelligence. Okay, either courage or intelligence. I say we do intelligence. Courage. No, we have school for that. We'll do courage. Okay, exploring the city. Increased my courage by 1. Increased my courage by 1. That increased it by 0. Increased courage by 1. increased courage by 1. Alright, then. Let's see here. We only got 5 minutes left. Shoot. What's a good way to stall for time? Think. I know. Does anyone know where Jotun-shu got its name from? Come on, I'll give you extra credit if you get it right. Jotun. Shinto. Okay, it's, okay, fine. That's okay. I want to end myself. Why, Scorpion? You just got here. Why did you say that? 5% of men are gay. How is your following only 1% gay? Because men, because. Who do you think you are asking for an explanation? Because I said so. Finally, yo. A different person. Yo, Mr. White, it's a different I can't do a Jesse Pinkman voice. I don't know. Anytime I hear someone say yo, I just think of Jesse Pinkman. Nah, definitely shouldn't be random furry. Jotunshi gets its name from Jotun Heimer. Jotun Heimer itself is a portmanteau of the word Jotun, which is a mythical being akin to the gods, but not quite a god, and Emir, which means land or realm. In English, Jotun is frequently translated as giant, even though there is no mention of Jotun being particularly large. A more accurate translation would be troll. If you ask me, this place should have been called Nephelshi or Nephelhim, a place where frost giants live in Norse mythology. In case you're wondering why Jotun got translated to giant, I don't know. Etymology and history are big games of telephone at the end of the day. The truth gets distorted, dude, Project Moon, even when nobody tries to lie. Sometimes things change so much over time, they become devoid of all their original meaning or context. Ding dong. Oh, thank God. All right, have fun, kids. The teacher books it out of the classroom. Okay, who can I hang out with? More MILF? It's really just, when can I hang out with the others again, you know? Like, I'm low-key trying to hang out with the other people, but it just doesn't let me. 90% of Bean's following is gay men, according to my anecdotal experience. Fortunately for us, his anecdotal experience just isn't true, okay? It's just lies. It's utter woke nonsense. So you don't have to take it seriously, okay? Alright, so, hanging out with Floyd now. Floydcraft, I guess. We're gonna hang out with the MILF. I really want to hang out with the ramen shop owner, but it just won't let me. So I really do. But it's kind of not giving me a choice. Okay, Saturday. I could train a stat, but I don't want to do that, you know? That just doesn't feel smart. So, what is the Scorpion incident? I was here since start. I'm trying to beat an advanced quest in FGO. Took long. I still lost. I'm sorry to hear that. If it's any constellation, the second you downloaded FGO, you already lost. Just saying. Nobby and Goddess Mommy, give me Chalky, rubs Aryan featured face, and chocolate milk conquers aggressively. Based? Okay, guys, more MILF. After spending time with Maya, I feel a bit closer to her. I don't know if I wait. I don't know about that. This isn't save scumming. I wasn't aware. That should have been a thing in the UI. What did I do? I did courage. So we're gonna do more courage. Okay. I wouldn't consider it save scumming. Is it save scumming if I choose Norse? I wouldn't consider it save scumming. I would not call that save scumming, okay? Personally, I would not call this save scumming, because the game lied to me. The game developers, you lied to me. You tricked me, so this isn't save scumming, okay? Because I would not have had to do this if you did not deceive me. You are not beating the allegations, Beans. What did I even say? FGL? Freaking gay life? I said FGO. I didn't even say FGL. I said FGO. Fate Grand Order. If you're gonna make allegations about me, have them at least be based on something I actually did or say. Like, what is this slander? Like, no, I remember back in the day when beaners used to work hard to make up stuff about me, or, you know, convincing things about me to belittle me for. Now this is the best you guys have? Tisk tisk. Save scum for the slave ship mummy. Inner Skyrim player came out. Does the game have a time limit? Somewhat, I think. Norse. Okay. We got a little bit Norse here. Alright, alright. So I'm gonna save now. Save. Save right here. Alright. So it's her. If I spend time with her, it's not gonna be like a whole ass new event. It's gonna be like, oh, do you wanna blah 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 blah, you know? So I'm not sure about that, doing that yet. I think instead I'm gonna sleep, you know? I'm gonna do that. Shut up. This is... Can we give Huh the worst beaner of the day award, guys? Can we, like, low-key actually give him the worst beaner? Can we black... I think he's already blacked. Sometimes Huh is like that guy that low-key has received every punishment possible. So it's like, what do we even do now, you know? Like, we can't kill him, because then we can't continue punishing him. But, like, all of our punishments do nothing, because he's just that raped. Like, I don't know what we can do to him anymore, you know? Like, it's like that one child that low-key you regret having, you know? What is this? Okay, my HP increased by 6. That's good. And then what do I do for a week? For a whole week. I already did courage. My empathy is good. Maybe intelligence? Hear me out. Maybe intelligence? Okay. 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 Okay, what the hell, man? This isn't save scumming. This is not... I'm not save scumming. It's low-key just not save scumming. This does not count as save scumming. I'm gonna sleep back-to-back for like 2 days, you know? FGO, freaking guys only. Unironically, you got that right. You did get that right, you know? If you're an FGO fan, then I think that acronym applies to you. No offense, Scorpion Rifle, but you're not going to look at that pity, you're not going to look at that gameplay and, like, get back to me. Okay, as an FGO player, not me, but asking the FGO players, what do you see in FGO? What keeps you hooked on FGO? What convinces you that you shouldn't just give up and play a new game? Beans, people can get into VIB room without verifying. That's not true. That's just objectively untrue. This is like a false sentiment. Yeah, that's just untrue. You can only get into VIB room if you verify, you know? If you got to be like, you know, your regular run-of-the-mill beaner cannot make it into VIB room without, you know, first verifying. Like, what are you talking about? The only way to get into VIB room, guys, is if you link your, you know, YouTube to Discord. That's the only way to get into VIB room. So you gotta verify. I don't even control it, Tiger Shark. You gotta do it directly through. You gotta do it through the methodology. You know, you gotta do it directly via YouTube and Discord. I can't even handle it. That's how on the bone it is. You know? Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I think my HP is like really, really low. So I'm just gonna sleep back to back. My stats are on hold a little bit. I'm just gonna, yeah. I'm going to sleep now, and then I'm going to sleep again, because I'm at 24, increase by 2, increase by 4, increase by 4, increase by 4, increase by 3. Yeah, so 2 days, like back-to-back sleep, just so we could get it that high. Who the hell are these people? Should I have raised my stats one of these days? I'm not save scumming. I'm low-key not save scumming, so I don't even want to hear it, okay? Because I'm not save scumming. But I'm just testing out theories is what I'm doing. I see gambling. Beans, what do we do if we have random furry 2 and they broke into VIB room? It is true, Beans. This user just got into, well, if they have the, if they, I don't, figure it out. I'm not sure. You got to figure that out. That's on you. Play my femboy roommate next if you're not gay. Listen, I can't play. Isn't that one of those? Oh, I gotta go on a bit of a schizoid rant now. Isn't that one of those Steam? It's like, you know, it's one of those Steam games that it's a Steam visual novel that basically is just AI generated. That's Cole. I'm sorry. I'm never playing one of those games on stream. I think there's got to be standards to the gooning. Okay, if you're gonna play like a dating sim, VN, it's got to be a good one. I don't know about this mountain of slop you see on Steam. Sometimes I'll see one. It'll say like, oh, someone in my friends list is playing this. So and so has played this game. I have some of you guys friended because my Steam is linked on my Discord, and some of you guys like to friend me, send me games. Very much appreciated, by the way. As long as the game isn't cold, that is. But I see like this 3D art style, Western looking slop VN that was probably made with like half of the dev team being dudes off of Fiverr. And I just think to myself, like, this is Cole. If you play this, you should feel ashamed of yourself. And if you goon to this, then that's straight up pathetic. That's straight up abhorrent. Like, you disgust me. I may hate Steam in my country, but at least my For You page does not get filled with this garbage. You can turn it off. What's it called? You can turn off AI in Steam, but you cannot turn off things that are spiritually AI. Femboy Roommate is just overhyped AI goy game. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Based anti-AI hater. Listen, I'm not one of those people that just intrinsically hates AI, like some sort of mongoloid. There's uses for AI, obviously. I don't think it's best used in creative artistic applications, but come on, man. No one's gonna, you're gonna get upset at someone for using AI for things like code or writing. Like, come on, AI is made for those things. Oh, you could have hired an editor for that. Come on, dude. No one cares if you use AI to fix your grammar, Now, if you use AI to write a whole story, that's different. But there are places to use it. I think people that just get mad at the use of AI just because they hear the word AI are just as bad as AI bros that try to plug it into everything. Figer's company is located in Tel Aviv, unironically. That adds up. That makes sense. I only use AI for beta designs and then support real artists when I can. Or become a real artist. Speaking of real artists, as real artists have been mentioned, since you guys said it, I suppose I have to mention fan art contest, guys. The fan art contest is still going on. So if if you're an artist and you'd like to partake in possibly, mayhaps, we're earning a big reward, a big beautiful body pillow, if you will, BBB, then, partake in the fan art contest. Entries are still open all the way up until the 17th of this month. Beans is straight up preaching. Ooh. Beans, people have gotten so mad at the AI that it's never going away now because normies don't give a frick and they determine what the market sells. It genuinely, normies. It's like, oh, normies determine this, normies determine that. Normies determine the fate of the world, and look at where that got us, okay, guys? We have to start understanding that normies are goyim. They cannot be helped. Okay, the Jews control the world, like, oh, the Rothschilds this, Big Yahoo that. I'm going to be completely honest. I would have done the same thing. It's like, low-key, I would have done the same thing in their shoes. Goyim do not deserve freedom. They just need a new master, okay? I think it's cruel. The hot take, I think getting rid of cattle slavery is cruel. It's cruel and unusual. Everyone deserves to be free, but that does not mean you burden someone with the responsibility to be free. Okay, some people simply don't want freedom, and we need good masters out there that are able to provide for them, okay? There's some people out there that were born to put on the maid outfit and serve master, and you are denying that man or woman his occupation. Why? So he could go and, I don't know, freaking write emails on Claude GPT. Like, is this good for society? No, it is not. That's what I'm saying, okay? Am I right? Join the fan art contest if you want a taste of that BBC. Exactly. Big Beans Coochie. Beans true humanist. What can I say? By the way, Beans, can random furry have the cuck to narc roll? Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can do that. You can give Random Furry the cucked narc roll. She's definitely better than Bio. She's not at the tier of Narbonk, but she's definitely better than Bio, so she deserves it. Either way, okay, we're not gonna sleep this time. I'm gonna train a stat. I'm gonna choose intelligence. Okay, there we go. Intelligence increased by 4. That's good. Now we sleep. Now we sleep. Okay, look. Sleeping goes up. There we go. There we go. Okay, look at that. And now here, I don't know what the frick this is. I don't know who these people are. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know who these people are. I'm gonna talk to them, see what happens. Hi, Naoya. How's college life so far? It's Mom. I'm calling Mom, by the way. This is Mom. I don't know how to answer that. It feels like high school, but bigger. I was expecting it to be some life-changing event. I was expecting wild parties and wacky shenanigans. You know, like in the movies. But I feel exactly the same despite being in a giant city. I don't know if that says more about college, the city, or me. Probably me. It's going pretty good so far. That's a relief. How are your roommates? I don't have roommates, actually. You don't? Ah, you're so lucky. I would have committed felonies to not have roommates. How do you manage that? Honestly, I just got lucky. I found this nice landlady who was giving me a pretty decent apartment for a good deal. How decent are we talking? 1 LDK? And it's just under 30 square meters? What is that in feet? What are these made-up units, dude? I am the only one to use AI. Oh, hello there, Milk. Howdy, Milk. By the way, boss, what does Scholar do? Literally nothing. Scholar doesn't do a thing. What did our Beanie Beans do today? What didn't I do today? The tomboy. We haven't done the tomboy yet. We were just oiling her up. For how much? 30,000 yen a month. Did someone die in that apartment? My eyes widen and the hair on the back of my neck stands on an end. Now that she mentions it, I guess my apartment deal was just a bit too good to be true. I don't think so. If it was, surely she would have disclosed that to me. Are you sure about that? I hope you guys like my mom voice. No. Well, have you noticed any spooky happenings around there? Nope, everything's quite normal. Not a poltergeist to be found. Well, if it isn't haunted and nobody died, there can only be one remaining option. The landlady must have the hots for you. I don't think that's the case. Why not? You're a handsome and a gentleman. My face grows warm. I know she's basically obligated to say that, but still, it feels nice. With each compliment, I feel a little more charismatic. Just be careful if she asks you to come over. Don't believe her if she says she needs her pipes cleaned. That's her duty as a landlady, not yours. Know your rights. I will, Mom. Thank you. Mom continues bombarding me with questions about mundane details, and I can answer almost none of them. I should really start paying more attention to my surroundings. Well, that's all I got for today. Thank you for calling me. It's always good to hear from you. No problem, And keep me updated. I want to know what life is like on Giant Lady Island. Bye-bye. Mom hangs up in a hurry. I'll have to call her again. I always feel better after calling her. Oh, and I got HP? Dude, way to go, Mom. The landlady, if there's a landlady, then there's a water lady, or a fish lady, right? Insane leap of logic, but pretty cool nonetheless. I be cleaning pipes, you know? I be getting pipe. Cleaning. Forget it. Yes, hello. Yes, that's what I meant. God, stop nitpicking. That's my job. Your job is nitpicking? And I wonder what Nit did for you to have to pick him so much. Germany is a great country. The only downside Germany has is that it's controlled by feminazis. We don't do that in Germany. I'm not gonna lie. Germany sounds like a pretty bad country. I don't really like Germany that much. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think Germany has fallen off. Okay? Germany was a once mighty nation. Look at it now. I'm just gonna say, Germany fell off. Okay? Germany in the post-patch Germany, no way, dude. Okay. Germany's just not worth the elixir anymore. I don't know what to tell you guys. Okay, it's just not worth it. You know, the Evo's not any good either. So I'm sorry, guys. I don't think Germany's that good. Germany equals Turkey. Turkey's way better than Germany. You cannot be saying that. It's just friendly compensation. Would you give head? Yeah, for compensation? I'm not answering that. Why did I posit that question? Courage, intelligence, empathy. I think we need to be freaking empathetic. Or should we be courageous or smart? More courage is always needed. So we're going to do courage. We already saved, so courage. Okay. 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 Frick you! That, I'm not save scumming. I'm not save scumming, dude. I'm literally not save scumming. Wait. I'm just testing something out. It's literally not a save scum. I didn't save scum. If you guys are calling that save scumming, you're stupid. You're dumb. You're actually stupid. I don't know how to say it. Most of Europe is blacked. You know, if only there was some way we could have prevented this. If only there was some way we could have stopped this. Giving women the right to vote. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Germany got gutted in the update, bro. Germany is bad and moved to India instead. Low key, if you were Australian, I would give you the advice, dude, just move to India. If you were from Australia, my advice to you, move to India. Low key an improvement. All right, class, settle down, listen up, because this is important. You might have seen some signs around town saying Class 2 or below, or Class 4 ward. Does anyone know what those mean? I look around the classroom and see nobody raising their hand. Oh, come on, I see a couple of Class 2s and 3s right now. Not a single hand is raised. Come on, everyone, where's your natural curiosity? The professor rubs her temple and sighs. Classes are how we classify giants into different groups. Not all giants are the same size. They'll have different needs, different clothes, and different infrastructure to live comfortably. If you are under 6 meters tall, you are legally not classified as a giant. If you are 6 to 15 meters tall, you are Class 1. 6 to 30, Class 2. 31 to 44, Class 3. Class 4 is 44 to 55 meters. And lastly, Class 5 is 56 meters and above. In case you're wondering why it's 56 and above, it's because giants that large are quite uncommon at being less than 1% of the population. In addition, there hasn't been a single instance of a giant being above 60 meters. Yet anyway, that could always change. Some of my cohorts I'm sure they did, claim that the average giant height will only continue to increase, but there's not enough data to confirm or deny that just yet. Out of all the classes, Class 2 is the most common at 35% of the population of Jotunji. This is followed by Class 1 at 20%, Class 3 at 18%, Class 4 at 15%, and everyone under 6 meters tall is 10% of the population. So if you're a Class 2 and feeling a little small, don't be. You're average. Let's see if anyone's paying attention. The teacher's eyes lock onto me. You, Jacket-kun. What's the minimum height required to legally be considered a giant? Ooh, it's 6 meters! Ooh, we got it right! Germany can't be better than Turkey because Germany is a proxy Turkey, an extension of the intercontinental pan-Turkish crypto state. I think Germany... Enough said. This is so much better than Sekiro. Notice how he had to say this is so much better than Sekiro. Not this is so much better than Dark Souls 2. Because if he said that, we'd have a problem. If you roll back a save to do something, like test something, just to roll it back, it's just save scumming. But it's not a crime. I didn't save scum though. I didn't do that. Oh hell nah. Even Giantess have DEI, but she's hot, so I'll allow it. Kinda real. You need to do this. You need to do the same to some politicians in Minecraft. I can't say anything, you know? If I speak. Beans, what are your thoughts on the 19th Amendment? You're gonna have to wait for the tag ranking stream for that one. So many of these questions you're asking, I can't answer yet because the tag ranking stream, where we rank all the tags, that's when we'll talk about these topics. So all I can say is wait until the tag ranking stream, and then you'll get your answer. I feel a bit more intelligent now. In case you're wondering why the cutoff is 6 meters, I don't know. The cutoff point's gotta be somewhere. Personally, I think 5 meters is sufficiently big, but that's just me. Ring, ring. Alright, good talk. Have fun this weekend, and wish me luck. I got a hot date tonight. The teacher dashes out the door. Hifumi and I just finished taking our last final for the semester. My brain hurts, but I think I did okay. Or that could just be wishful thinking. How do you think you did? I totes crushed it. What do you get for 4B? Avipositor? I don't know what an avipositor is. Too smart for this. Ooh, tag ranking stream. When will that stream be? I can't say, but it'll definitely be after Beans 2.0. What do you mean what? Do you mean that kaiju had an avipositor? Hifumi shrugs. Should have paid more attention. I wanted to, but I can't stand watching those dissection videos. You always were pretty squeamish. I remember you crying like a baby when we dissected that fish in 5th grade. Fish mentioned. One of you's gonna like that one. Why did you bring that up? Because it's funny. At least I didn't eat the thing like you. You saw that? How could I not? You unhinged your jaw like a snake. I'm a woman of many talents. No wonder you were so popular with the boys. Come again? Nothing. And that's the last test turned in. Good job, everybody. I wish you all the best for summer. If you are a Jotun student ambassador, please stay here. The rest of you can go. A bunch of students get up and start leaving the classroom. I get up as well, only for Hifumi to pick me up and seat me on her lap. My legs are resting against her thighs as her boobs rest against the top of my head. Hold on there, partner. Where do you think you're going? Home? I'm not a student ambassador. Oh, yes you are. You signed me up, didn't you? Hee. Yeah. I grumble. Ah, come on, it'll be fun. I grumble louder. Aw, don't be like that. The teacher looks at me. We only need you for a weekend. Really? What do you need me for? You and the rest of the student ambassadors will be heading to Tokyo for the first Jotun convention. Convention? What do we need a convention for? I'm glad you asked. The room goes a little dim as the screen behind the teacher lights up. The screen lights up with a map of Jotun and a picture of the Tokyo Big Sky. Yo, it's Big Sight. I'll be in the tag ranking stream. Bimbo and Onishoda is an easy S tier. Well, you'll have to wait for the tag ranking stream to get the official consensus. You only need to meet a singular French person to understand where I... An ovipositor is a pleasuring device, or that's designed to insert freaky squishy eggs into your IC. I was unaware of that. The more you know. Thank you very much for letting me know that. So, very, very interesting. The teacher chuckles at Hifumi. Yes, indeed. I'm glad you're excited. She turns back to me. The whole world has their eyes on Jotun, some from admiration, some from fear. Hey, why are they afraid of us? We have a bunch of giant women walking around that could level cities in an afternoon without conventional weaponry. In retrospect, that was a stupid question. I apologize. Don't worry about it. Think of this little convention as a diplomatic mission, an opportunity to show the world that we're not scary. I see. That makes sense. But why is it in Tokyo? Isn't Japan already overwhelmingly pro-giant? Japan's one of the only 2 countries currently with facilities that can house giants. That checks out. Plus, we're not allowed in several countries that would be under constant surveillance and plenty others. Remember, not everyone moves here by choice. Many have nowhere else to go. What's the other country? Is it America? Bimbo, Gyaru, used goods, Ivory, Godling knows ball, public use, NTR. I have a feeling, Yeshi, where you might not agree with a lot of the tags placements in the tag ranking stream. But, That's what the tag ranking stream is for, I suppose. And some people say women's tastes aren't as bizarre as men's. How do you get them out? You say they put little egg things there, but do they stay there? Or are you able to get them out? I ain't afraid of no bigger gal. I invite them, no less. That being said, the convention is far from just a diplomatic visit. We're also trying to convince talented giants and tinies to relocate here. How do we do that? We show off our cool tech, our stunning city, a beautiful culture, and our maid cafe. You're hosting a maid cafe? We're hosting a maid cafe. I start to picture Hifumi in a maid costume and try to stop myself from smiling. Yeah, that. That would certainly convince me to relocate. Glad to hear it. Hifumi raises her hand. Wait, Teach, how are we getting to Tokyo? You lot will be transported via aircraft carrier. That journey should take about 24 hours. Ooh, nice. I've always wanted to ride one of those. When do we depart? 1 hour. Pack your bags and report to the North Harbor by then. 1 hour? I can't make it to my house in the harbor that fast. Hifumi pats my head with her boobs. Don't be upset. I'll carry you. Thank you. The teacher goes over the more boring and mundane parts of the trip before dismissing us. Hifumi and I pack our things, head to the harbor, and board an aircraft carrier. The teacher takes roll and we embark soon after. Thankfully, I don't get seasick. The rocking of the ocean is actually quite nice. SMH, Beans ignore me. Check my message about Islam, Beans. That's the hell I live in. Now, I just read your message. What are you talking about? I just read it right there. Maid cafe, upskirt when? We already got an upskirt at the start of the game. Now you want another one? Oh my, how selfish. Would you look at that? Beans' fake Rabby from the game you just made a video on is awesome. I've never liked men so much in my life. And you know what's the best part? It's not actually gay, so the more you know. I swear, sometimes he does that when I talk about Deadpool. You know I'm actively reading the game, guys, right? Sometimes I'll miss things you say in the chat. That's just kind of the way it is. I unfortunately can't read every single chat message. They're soft like jelly and contort very easily, so it's easy to expel them due to how malleable they are. This is kind of disgusting, I'm not gonna lie, you know? I think using any tool is kind of Goyim behavior, but, you know, just saying. You didn't read my message, fine, I'll read it. In Islam, they have the same case. If your wife gets impregnated by another man and gives birth to the kid will be yours regardless of DNA tests. That seems very unfortunate, I'm not gonna lie, you know? I don't think you should be forced to raise that child. I pray that ship sinks and takes those damn bigoids with it. You know, I think there's a story in the Bible exactly like this. It's, you know, he prayed that meteors would come down and, you know, kill all of them, and then Jesus said, no, don't do that. I don't think that prayer is going to be listened to. I think you shouldn't do that. I don't think you should pray for bad things to happen, John Penis Blender. I don't know, maybe you're a member of the Church of Satan. But that's a very evil thing. This is who we're dealing with, guys. This is the average Giantess hater, okay? Child of the Antichrist. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Can you really... You can feel confident of being in the right when our enemies are this unapologetically evil. You're so popular now, Beans. You can barely respond to DMs outside of ones, which pretty pictures goon material. You're really important these days. Why, thank you, Ivory. I'll take a look at my DMs again soon. Sorry to people who DM'd me. Thanks to the size of the vessel and pleasant weather, there's barely any rocking. The ocean breeze is nice too, a little salty, but super fresh otherwise. I don't know why, but I always feel at peace at sea. Maybe it's the sight of water. Maybe it's the invertebrate part of my brain remembering our ancestors' common home. Everything came from the sea, and everything will eventually return to the sea. To me, The ocean is as beautiful, mysterious, and menacing as the cosmos above us. The solar system's worth of intrigue, danger, and life lies beneath my feet. Same planes. Sure, planes are faster and cheaper, but I feel like humanity lost something with the invention of air travel. It's less adventurous, less romantic. I can feel a connection to my ancestors when I sailed the seven seas. Maybe they were sailors, or maybe even pirates. I hope they were pirates. That would be cool. Whoa! Now that's cool. Ifumi rushes over to one of the aircraft on the deck and starts geeking out. Dude, she's geeking out? Never took her for a weapon otaku. Maybe she got really into weapons during high school. I look around the carrier deck and see a distinct lack of aircraft. There's only 2 jets. People with good taste in the tag ranking streams angry. It would be great if Dustman created his own tier in parallel. He would be able to represent the most refined tastes. Yeshi, I'm sorry, but, sometimes a beaner will just look at me and say, yeah, I like scat. It gives me the most refined taste. And I kind of just got to give you the rabbinical stare, Like, I can't respond to that. I just got to goyim to rabbi over here. I just got to give you the rabbinical stare. There's nothing else I can do, It's just, that's just how, Should I say something else? Should I? I assume the rest are below deck, but maybe not. Giants do take up a lot of space, after all. Wouldn't Dustman put Scat in S tier? Well, you're gonna have to wait for the tag ranking stream. Though in many Arab cultures, the man is presumed to forgive his wife to save the family face. Thankfully, I'm not in one of those. I don't know much about Arabs. I just know I like shawarma. I think shawarma is pretty good. I think it's a good... But I mean, I think Turkish people make the best shawarma, So as far as like, ooh, this, that, I think Turkish food in general, they make the best tea. I think Turkish make the best people. Can I just say, So Dustman wouldn't put Scat in S tier. You're funny. You're cute. You're cute, Yeshi. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna give a rabbinical response. I'm gonna give a Beans response and just call you kind of cute. Up is down, black is white. What does that mean? I walk over to Hifumi. I see Fuku geeking out over the same jet with her. We haven't even talked to her once. I wanted to talk to her once, but we haven't even gotten the opportunity to do it. Is this that jet? Fuku nods furiously. Indeed, it is the jet featured in My Giant Busty Senpai 3. I knew it! Ifumi pulls out her phone and starts posing next to the jet. Hey, Fufu, come here, I gotta get a pic. Eh? Why do you want me in your photo? Why wouldn't I? We're friends, aren't we? I'm not Turkish, by the way. Turkey mentioned! You don't have to be Turkish to love Turkey. Thank you, Beans. Thanks goes to you from all Turks except Erdogan. I don't know where that is, but I agree with you. Cunny, you typed Turkey wrong. Cotton is though. What do you mean he typed Turkey wrong? No, he didn't. He typed it correctly. Okay, don't be rude to Cunny now. You should be rude to Zunny. Fufu, I suppose we are. Fuku starts giggling under her breath and starts inching next to Ifumi. Say cheese! Chems! Ifumi strikes a cute pose, and Fuku strikes a pose. I didn't even notice the human body could contort like that. It's like an alien trying to masquerade as a human without knowing what humans are. It's like trying to draw a picture of a dog, but how did the line go? You don't know what a dog is. Dog. They split up lands terribly, which is a cause for many conflicts in the Middle East today. I see. Why didn't they just give all the land to Israel? That would have solved the problem. Aw, thank you, Fufu. This pic's adorable. Glad you enjoy my visage. Fuku looks happy, but also like she wants to melt. Hey, Fuko. I didn't know you were a student ambassador. I'm not. I'm actually a stowaway. And why would you sneak into an obligation? A true otaku would take any opportunity to visit the hallowed ground. Hallowed ground? Do you mean the big site? Fuko nods fervently. It's like a mecca, but for gamers. How do you even sneak on? You can sneak into anywhere if you act like you're supposed to be there. Huh. I glance up at Ifumi's underboob. Need help with something? Nope, nothing at all. Yu stumbles onto this. Oh, there she is! Yu stumbles onto the scene looking very, very tired. There you are. Yu sighs before patting Fuko on the head. I take my eyes off of you for 2 seconds, and you disappear on me? Oh, hey, Yu, what are you doing here? Yu smiles down at me. She looks much more relaxed now. Yugiri Ramen is proud to announce a partnership with Jotunchi. We'll be delivering our delicious noodles to our lovely Jotun-kun guests. Oh, nice. That should get you some good business. Dang right. Before you know it, the whole world will be craving my noodles. Something approaches me from behind. Something big. I turn around and... Okay, I just wanna know. Is our landlord gonna be here for some reason? Is she gonna be there? Like, for some reason at all? Big belly, I'm bouncing on it. Kurok with the hard eyes. French people, you know, French people love their BBWs. What can I say? What can I say? Thank you for the correction. I'll remember that. It's like describing a giantess to someone who's never seen a giant woman and then asking them to goon to it. They should instantly goon to it, okay? I expect them to goon to it. Oh, hello, Milk. I haven't noticed you until now. That's kind of rude. Milk has been here for a while. Showering in 5 minutes? Nah, you should shower in... When does the stream end? You should shower in an hour. We'll be here for another hour. Don't you worry. Hey, a pipsqueak. Fancy meeting you here. Junie, I didn't know you were an ambassador. Of course I am. Tinies all over the world need to know how strong giants are. June punches her fists together, creating a shockwave that almost blows me off my feet. And we could use some more muscle for the KDF. Huh. It's kind of weird seeing all of them together like this. Not complaining though, they all seem to be getting along just fine. Still, the group feels incomplete without Maya. Why the hell would she be here? I want to hear the excuse. I stare out at the ocean, waiting for her to rise out of the waters, surface at any moment, but she never comes. Oh well, I'm sure to get her a souvenir while I'm gone. Frick! Oh my gosh, if only she were there. I genuinely have to ask how the chat started debating Islam. I think that's the beautiful thing about the chat. Like, we can goon to giants and then you guys get all theological and start, you know, debating Islam, okay? I can't really partake in that. I don't really know much about Islam. I don't believe it. I can say that, you know? I am not Muslim. But my knowledge of Islam kind of ends at the, like, kind of starts and ends at, like, some very baseline Christian apologetics against it. I'm not really a scholar, you know, and I'm humble. I'm very humble is one of my first things, main things I'd say. I'm super humble. But one of my humble things that I'd point out is I don't talk about a topic unless I know about it, you know? I only talk about things I'm deeply informed on, and I confidently express my opinions as fact. Since I can't do this now, I'm afraid I'm simply out of my element here, you know? Maybe if we were debating atheism, I'd be a bit, you know, closer. Not because I am atheist, but because I hate atheists. So, you know, that's kind of my domain. If you're atheist, chances are, statistically, you're retarded. But, you know, that's more pattern recognition, okay? That's just kind of how it works, you know? My knowledge of Islam starts and ends at I am. Oh, so you don't know the SL? Or you don't know anything about the S or the L? That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Beans, I almost got raped by Truck-kun and got isekai'd when I went to go get the mail. You should look both ways. That's why you always do that before crossing the street. I'm glad you lived, Ivory, though. It would have been very unfortunate if you died. Hifumi sitting at the edge of the carrier, taking photos of the ocean. Fuko continues geeking out over the weapons on the main deck. Yu is sitting next to the island, browsing her phone. June is doing some katas in the landing area. We got a few hours before dinner, and I hear the carrier has an open bar for us. Before then, I got a few hours to kill. Who should I kill time with? Good question. Okay, why do I keep on clicking system? Who are we killing time with? Kid named Time is gonna get absolutely frigged. Who are we killing him with, though? Who are we killing? I am much more a fan of philosophy and psychoanalysis than politics and moral debates. I mean, you're kind of... Huh? I'm a fan of philosophy, but I hate moral debates. I mean, morality is part of philosophy, my guy. I mean, like, I don't know how those... They kind of go together, you know? A major part of debating philosophy is morality, you know? I don't really understand muddy brain. A muddy brain indeed. One I cannot comprehend. I would burn the Quran if that was legal in this crappy country. You seem very passionate, Mr. Islam is Lies. Looks at his username. I might have the sneaking suspicion you may not like Islam. Scratches top of head. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. That might just be a theory, though. I'm not sure. I am not sure, you know? So, that's all I'm going to say. So, either way, okay, who are we doing? Either Yu or Hifumi. Jun, Fuko, no way. Either Hifumi or Yu, but I'm not sure. Who do I want to kill time with? Hifumi or Yu? Okay, we got to decide now. And I'm going to put a poll. But who are we gonna romance? Because this is the one where I'm still not decided myself. And don't act like... I want you guys to know, your poll does not decide. Okay? But who is best girl? I'm not saying... I just want you guys to help me decide here. But who do you guys think is best girl? Hifumi or Yu? Like, who do you prefer? Hifumi or Yu? Anyhow, how did we end up in the ship? That's a good question. Okay, everyone's agreeing Hifumi. I accidentally voted for the fatty. The fatty isn't here. She's not in the poll. The hell are you talking about? The fatty is not... The fatty is Fuko. She's not even here. What the hell are you talking about? Yu is the... she's like lolly, but... she's kind of cunny. She's flat-chested. But I wouldn't... The ramen shop owner. Who is who again? Oh my LARP. Oh my LARP. It's Trout. I guess I'll say it. Yu is the ramen shop owner. Hifumi's the childhood best friend. No one... You guys aren't fiending for some of that ramen? That makes sense. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very inclined to go for Hifumi compared to Yu, you know? Sorry, Beans. I can memorize Japanese names. Clearly you can't. I don't know why you said that. Clearly you cannot memorize them. I think I like Yu. Don't get me wrong. I really like Yu, but I'm starting to like Hifumi more than Yu. So I might do Hifumi, you know? We're doing Hifumi. I think I'll talk to Hifumi. I wander over to the edge of the carrier and sit next to Hifumi. Looks like she's recording some sort of vlog. Hey everyone, it's Jochinsu's #1 growing girl, Hifumi. She strikes an adorable pose and sticks her tongue out for the camera. I'm sailing towards Tokyo right now to attend a convention. If you want to meet me and hang out, be sure to head over to Big Sight this weekend. I can't wait to see you all. Arian is superior, duh. It's like an objective fact, Beans. Flat is justice, though? Are you forgetting the flat girl? Just saying. I can't tell you where I'm at right now exactly, but the ocean looks so pretty. I sure hope a giant squid doesn't attack me right now. Hifumi and I wait in silence for a few seconds. Hifumi looks genuinely disappointed. Aw, no squid this time. Dang, I was so in the mood for takoyaki too. Hifumi pouts and puffs out her cheeks. Suddenly her screen glows with various lights and notifications. Aw, thanks for the donations, everyone. Hifumi proudly pats her chest. Every yen donated helps keep me fed and growing. True. This is true of me as well, guys. Support me at Ko-Fi. She flexes her arm and sticks out her tongue. How tall am I now? I measured myself oh my gosh, dude, I need to drink water. That's more like it. I measured myself just last night. I'm 1,610 centimeters tall. Hifumi glances down at me. It looks she just noticed I was here. Beans is a wounded little puppy. What did I say to deserve that one? I'm sorry, Beans. I'm bad with names, so I do not know who I voted for. Kiss my tip, please. Not you, huh? Not you. Kiss my tip. Who does Buddy think he is? Sorry, huh? You're too rude. I can't do that. Sadly, that mode is turned off, so we won't get a scene with squids. Believe me, that scene that we saw what the button did last stream, it by no means, deletes entire scenes. Oh, sorry everyone. I'll get back online later. I sense a dangerous kaiju approaching. Hifumi shuts her phone off and stuffs it between her boobs. Hey, that's where I should be. Sorry about that, Naoya. Didn't see you there. Sup? Nothing much. Just wanted to kill some time with you. What were you doing? Live streaming? Just some ambassador work for Jotun, trying to bring more attention to the convention. Think it'll work? I hope so. 10,000 people were watching right now. That's pretty impressive. How many donations did you get? I think like 50,000 yen. Just from a 2-minute live stream? Yep. Giants are super in right now. All I gotta do is make some vague comment about getting bigger or eating, and the donations come pouring in. It's awesome. Women really do have it easy. Women really, really do have it. This guy's name is Naoya. I know, Persona 1 reference. Sadly, the mode is not turned off, spiritually speaking. Head pats to Beans, not me, but it feels nice. Aw, thank you. Head pats, head pats, head pats. Her chest is too big. It looks bad. Never mind, Scorpion. Mods, take him away. Take him away to be publicly, not even BBC. Take him away to be lynched. Okay, we need this man hung. Need me to come back later then? I didn't mean to interrupt your stream. Nah, don't worry about it. Hifumi picks me up and sets me in her lap again. You take priority over any dumb stream. Hifumi hugs me close to her, looks out at the sea, and takes a deep breath. Everything alright? Yeah, just everything's a bit overwhelming sometimes. Not in a bad way, though. I just never thought I'd be riding on an aircraft carrier, or helping host a convention, or be 16 meters tall. Life just keeps changing so fast all the time. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to keep up, but I love it. I hope we get to staff more conventions. Me too. Is there anywhere you'd want to go in particular? Call me basic, but Korea sounds really fun. Project Moon mentioned! Project Moon mentioned. Her head is tinier than her chest. Yeah? You say that like that's a bad thing. Okay? Like, come on, Also, you voted for this. You literally voted for this character. I gave you the option of the flat-chested girl, and you guys voted for her. You guys are so ungrateful. You guys are for real so ungrateful sometimes. Like, oh, I want steak. Gives you steak. No. I don't want steak. I wanted chicken. It's like, oh my god, Can we push this bigger overboard? As if you had the strength, John Penis Plunderer. What's so special about Busan? It has the best cafe food I've ever had. Their French toast sandwiches and lattes are to die for. Korea is also really incredible Mexican food for some reason. Ooh, that sounds awesome. How do you know that much about Korea? Have you been there? Nah, just all the girls at my high school were Korea boos. I learned a lot about Korea just by sitting in class. That's so cool. What about you? Where would you want to go? Korea, Mongolia, Hawaii. I'm feeling very spiritually Mongolian, so the thing to say is I want to go to Korea to be with you. But I don't know. I'm in a very Mongolian time of my life right now. Should I choose Mongolia, guys? Beans, don't ignore my milk pit. I'll listen to Milk Pit. I do have to agree with Scorpion Rifle on this one. A balance in the body is needed to look good in my eyes. Okay, that's fair. You need a partner to get lynched with you. Okay, Milk, send him to get lynched as well. I haven't seen you post your art lately. No more lynching. Hanging. I need it to be more painful, okay? 9-hour hanging session for this guy, okay? For both of them. Comically Big Melons has more unique and fitting elements, fitting appeal elements for a giantess. Exactly. Where's Turkey? Isn't Mongolia kind of like the Turkey of the East, if you think about it? Like, really think about it for a second. I was looking away for a moment. You can be smug when you want to, Milk. I've learned that. You feign innocence a lot of times, but you truly have an evil way of thought. Not gonna lie. I see it. One of the reasons why North Korea is so underdeveloped is because we bombed everything to the ground. You were in charge of that? Fascinating. I'm gonna say Korea. Because out of all of these, realistically, probably Korea. Honestly, Korea does sound pretty nice. Hey, guess those girls really rubbed off on you. Is there any place in Korea you'd like to go in particular? Why, yes. I'd like to go to the Project Moon headquarters. I want to personally thank Mr. John Moon myself in person for changing my life for the better. And hey, maybe I'll get to taste a bite of Tiferet cake over at I don't know what the stupid Project Moon restaurant they have there. I don't know what it's called. Thoughts on fornication, my dear Christian priest? I think it's wrong. I think it's immoral. I don't think you should do it. I think sex is a beautiful thing meant for a married man and woman post marriage. I think you should wait until marriage, personally. That's just me though. And if you don't agree with me, you're a slut. That's just my opinion though. You prostitute. I accept getting hanged before changing my beliefs to fit a grander scheme. That's fair. You're nothing if virtuous, Milk. And then I activate the hanging, and then you go, and then bam, the rope breaks. Why? Because of your ginormous noggin. Because of your huge brain from all the knowledge you have. So it instantly falls down and breaks, and that saves you. We take that as a sign, and we say, alright, Milk, make him a scholar. Clearly this man deserves to be a scholar. As for you, Scorpion, it also breaks, but it doesn't break because of your brain. Instead, it breaks because of your ginormous belly. Your absolutely rotund figure. And then you fall and because your belly's so big, you just bounce and end up back on the platform. And then the platform breaks underneath you. And then you rub your belly. And then we all just look at him and say, that man, his very visage offends me. And then we sentence you to go to the kitchen, pretty much, okay? Because your ass is gonna feed the kingdom. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? Your ass is gonna become the next recipe. I'm sorry, Scorpion. I'm so sorry. I just chose to pick on you for no reason. I'm so sorry, Scorpion. I feel kind of bad now. I'm sorry. Bean should be gifted the secret Tiferet Daki by the CEO himself as thanks for his fine work. I'm just saying, guys. I think I foresee in the future a long-lasting friendship with Mr. John Moon. Okay? That's not really nice. I had to do it. He was right there, just begging for it. No, sorry is enough. No, sorry is enough? Or no, comma, sorry is enough? I'm going to choose the second one. You forgot a comma. And thank you for taking my apology, Scorpion. I forgive you too. I'm back. Did I miss anything? I just wanted to make you happy. Who's to say me making fun of you doesn't make me happy? Who's to say you aren't doing that? Eh? What's Jeju? You know that little island off the coast of Little St. James? Oh yeah, that little guy. It's basically Korea's Okinawa. It's famous for its tangerines and windy weather. It's supposedly the marriage destination for Koreans. That does sound nice. I'd love to get married in Jeju. What about you, Naya? Where would you want to get married? Truth be told, I haven't thought about it that much. I'll probably just let my wife decide the location. She'll be a very lucky woman. Would you really let your wife decide every part of your wedding? Yeah, I don't really care about the small details. What about the cake flavor? I'm fine not eating cake for a day. I can have cake anytime. What about the location? What if she wants to get married in a place that costs 100 million yen? Then I dump her ass. So you do care about some details. Nobody wants their wedding to bankrupt them. Fair, fair. I've said this multiple times, but I would unironically, and I mean this fully seriously, get like a corporate sponsor to pay for the wedding. Like, I would do that. I would do, like, we'd have the priest, and the priest would be ordained, and he'd have to start by saying, before we start, we'd like to, first and foremost, thank the Lord up above for this wonderful union between these two people. And we'd like to thank Pizza Hut for sponsoring this wedding and giving us all these wonderful pizzas that we're enjoying here tonight. And then we all, like, toast to that. And then the wedding continues, and the dress and would be Pizza Hut themed, and like I'm not saying necessarily Pizza Hut, but I'm saying I would do this. Like, I would tell my wife, like, oh, we could have boring wedding, local, and we have to pay for it out of pocket, or we can have a corporate subsidized wedding brought to you by the Pizza Hut Corporation. So just saying, if that's what you can expect. The big beautiful red Pizza Hut themed wedding dress and the big, ads and weddings are surely an idea. I'm not saying an ad there would be like flyers for Pizza Hut inherently, but it would be sponsored. It's a sponsored event is what I'm saying, Like, the event would be sponsored. The cake would be one of those big Hershey cookie cakes from Pizza Hut, And it's like, that's how that would be how it worked. And in my wedding vow, I would say, like, I would make some reference to Pizza Hut. I'd be like, like, oh, you can't outwife the, and then name of my wife, So that's how it would go. But come on, there's got to be something you'd care about on your wedding day. Promise not to laugh? I promise. I want my wife's wedding chest to show cleavage. Ifumi breaks her promise immediately. Hey, what happened to not laughing? Sorry. Just, you're still so boob obsessed. You got taller, you grew your hair out, and yet you're still the same old booby obsessed now, yeah, I've always known. I was never obsessed with boobs. I've always been a proper gentleman. Now, do you remember kindergarten at all? Yeah, why? Remember how you would touch the teacher's chest every chance you got? No? I lie. Oh, come on, really? You kept jumping up at her and yelling, "Opie, Opie," every other day. I have no memory of this. You must be confusing me with someone else. Fine. Do you remember first grade at all? Yeah, why? Remember how you used to make potions? Yeah, we used to make them all the time together. We'd grind up whatever snacks we found and mix them in with whatever juice our parents packed us that day. What was the purpose of those potions? It depended on what we needed that day. Some days we'd make stuff to make us jump higher. Sometimes we'd make stuff to make us run faster. Do you remember the boob potion? My lips contort and my spine tingles. My skin tries to recede into its body. My sins creep along my shoulders, digging their tendrils into my very soul. Vaguely. You were super proud of that potion. You were peddling it to all of our classmates like some shady used car salesman. But it worked. Hell, even the teacher gave it a shot. And you bawled your eyes out the next day when nobody grew boobs. I wasn't even crying over that. I just had really bad allergies that day. Sure you did. I seem to remember that you chugged the first batch I made. Ifumi gets real quiet, real quick. You actually saw that? I did. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't want to interfere with our experiments. And the potion seems to have been an overwhelming success. Guess so. Good thing, too. I love my boobies. Really? They don't get in the way at all? Oh, sure, they get in the way sometimes. But it's all part of the fun. I've always wanted giant knockers, and I could be happier with how big they've grown. Any idea if there's any cookies and milk on the board? I need to make another batch. We'll find out at dinner time. Ifumi and I continue talking about potential vacation destinations for the next hour. I will say this. I do like the way that Hifumi just likes the fact she has big knockers, because I truly hate and despise women. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest with this. I think you should be killed if you get breast reduction surgery. I think that's a sin. That's disgusting. Women are like, oh, my boobs are too, like, made up problem that doesn't exist. Oh, my boobs are too big. It hurts to walk. I have back pain. You know, I'm sorry. It's, oh, I work at a coal mine for 90 hours a day. And, you know, this is, I come home, you know, from my long shift as a soot salesman. And you don't see him complaining. You know, he lives just fine. But, oh, I have these ginormous knockers. All of a sudden, that's a big issue. I got to take these complaints seriously. You don't see a man. You would never see a man be like, oh, my cock is too big. I need to get penis reduction surgery. That would simply not happen. This is a made-up problem, okay? This is an AstroTurf situation so that plastic surgeons can get more money. This isn't a real issue. Breast reduction surgery must have made God cry. Women complaining about their big boobs is just as disgusting as guys complaining about their dicks. It's genuine, abhorrent behavior. Naoya and women are two things that can't coexist. Don't say that. I thought they'd wheel in a board mid-ceremony, then the priest would go straight into an ad read. No, you have to respect the sanctity of the ceremony at least a little bit. But, you know, I'm just saying, you know, take the, if you got big knockers, that's a blessing. Okay, that's a beautiful blessing. You were born with wonderful Z cups. If they're artificial, if you're getting like work done, I don't know, then you're a whore. I think that's trashy. If you were born flat as a board, also a blessing. Flat is justice. The flatter the chest, the closer you are to the heart. If you're somewhere in the middle, I'm sorry. We rolled a dud. We rolled a dud. I'm sorry. Okay? That's just the way things are. Go big or go home. Women with big honkers can just train their glutes and lower back to accommodate for their boobage size. Yeah, but that requires effort. Ring, 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 ring. Hifumi pulls out her phone and checks it. Ah, shoot. I gotta take this. It's from the Jotun Tourism Board. No worries. I'll go check out the rest of the carrier. Thanks for understanding. Bye, Naoya. Hifumi waves goodbye to me before answering her phone. Bye-bye. I wave goodbye to Hifumi and wander back over to the center of the deck. Thinking about vacation spots makes me feel closer to Hifumi and more charismatic, for some reason. Don't think about it too hard. That was nice. I think I got time for one more chat before dinner. Who should... Oh, dude, perfect. We can do both of them. Sorry, Jun and Fuko. I like the Yuyu more. I approach Yuyu. There she is. She's still scrolling on her phone, counting with her free hand and mouthing the numbers. Hey, Chief. What's going? Give me a sec. Yuyu remains focused on her phone. Dang it! Yuyu sighs and puts her phone away. What was that about? I was just looking at the big site schedule. There's apparently a ramen convention here, but it's next weekend. Pro tip, if a Ford tries to seduce you with fake tits, laugh at her until she cries. That might be a bit excessive. I do not like big honkers, TBH. I prefer average. I prefer nothing or everything. I hate average. If you have average, it's like, ugh. Why didn't you drink more milk growing up? It's like, why did you do this? Don't you know drinking more milk makes it bigger? Did you not know that? That's a fact. Scientists agree on this. Like the jury, the investigative committee went out on this. They agree. True oomphy. They agree so true oomphy. Why didn't you do that? SMH. I'm genuinely so SMH. How much longer the stream will last? It's already 4 a.m. Don't worry. We'll probably end it after this because I can't really go on past 9:30. So at most like 30 more minutes. They got conventions for everything. Food, fashion, toys, tattoos, home decor. I hear there's even conventions for people who dress up like animals. I wonder what they even do there. Lots of gay sex. Like, with the costumes on, or... I don't know, I've never been to one. I've only heard legends. Guess I lucked out there. What do you mean by that? If Fuko was into that, I would have been dragged there sooner or later. Fuko and I used to go to conventions every other weekend in high school. Oh, nice. Why? She just really likes conventions. It doesn't really even matter if it's for something she doesn't care about. She'll sign up for any convention she can. How interesting. What does she like about them? She said the vibes. Whatever that means. I get what she means. Big boobs aren't attractive, and if you disagree, you are a homo. Big boobs aren't attractive. If you disagree, you're a homo. I think you're wrong. You're gay. You're gay. You are gay. You are wrong. Okay, you should rename it. Change your username to is gay. I think that'd be a more accurate depiction of your character, of who you are. I agree with that specific point. I prefer if they're either surface board flat or ecliptically big and round. My man, Muddle. Beaner of the Day award goes to Muddle. Can we give it to Muddle? I think Random Furry already had it. I can't. Thrig. Random Furry already had it. Muddle, I'll do this, because you were that based. Tomorrow, you're automatically Beaner. No, but that's not fair. Sub Beaner of the Day. You're the sub Beaner of the Day, okay? Muddle, you are the sub Beaner of the Day. Random Furry's already the Beaner of the Day, but you're the sub Beaner of the Day. There's something magical about conventions. Like-minded people gathering over a common cause, being able to admire and buy exclusive goods. It's nice just knowing there are other people out there that like the same thing as you do, no matter how niche the thing may be. Huh, I can understand the appeal of that. It's a pretty good way to socialize. I've only ever seen her talking to strangers at conventions. Wait, really? Yeah, normally Fuko refuses to even look at strangers. But you put her in a game or anime convention, and she starts to make friends with everyone there. Aw, that's nice. Yeah, plus it's a good way to get her out of the house and forget about everything for a while. Yu sounds different. She sounds like a long forgotten wound just opened up. Yeah, what was the best convention you went to? Believe it or not, the interior design convention. It wasn't crowded at all, and half of the people there were grandmas who were obsessing over quilts. It's also where I got the idea for the design of Yugiri ramen. Aw, that's cute. Yeah, Fuko was having a lot of fun that day too. She kept designing more and more ridiculous rooms and houses. She wanted an entire house that were all the walls, floors, and ceilings were made of marble. I'd live there. Isn't that just a Greek temple? What? That sounds dangerous. Isn't this just Greek architecture? Am I an idiot? It sounded cool to her at the time. She also tried designing a house that looked just like a game console from the outside. That actually sounds pretty cool. Is that possible? Possible, yes, but it violated at least 24 building codes. Dang. I also remember the food being really good at that convention for some reason. They had these 1,000 yen muffins that were double the size of my fist. Well, I think at the time, are really? Like, now? Dang, that's big. So Fuko is both shy and desperate for friends. How wonderful. She's a girl failure. Your type. I like to lay a lolly on her back and paint I can't say that. I can't say that on YouTube. I cannot say that. But real? The deep walking in gift. Make women black and reduce their chest size now. Bro wants that Niaga Cunny. That's what bro really wants. I don't want to look at the chat anymore. Understandable. I still dream about them sometimes. Have you ever tried making them? Yeah, but they never turn out quite how I remember. Maybe my taste buds just changed when I got huge. That's certainly possible. What about you? Have you ever gotten to any conventions? Anime conventions, game conventions, drama conventions. I've never actually attended a con. There was one con that I really wanted to go to, but I couldn't go to, and I really wanted to go to it because Pippa was there, but I went there. I didn't go there, but Edison went on my behalf and spoke to Pippa, and I just think that was, she like mentioned me. She said, I'm here on behalf of blank. And then like Dustman said something else, and they brought me back the like a couple of like some merch, And I thought that was really cool. That was really cute. I don't think I could meet Pippa face to face. But that was cool. Why is the first thing I see in the chat is Scorpion asking about my what? How big is your chest size? I take it back, Scorpion. I take it back, Scorpion. You're going back to the gallows. You're going back to being the heckin' Chonkerino that couldn't. I'm sorry. Anonymous Alcoholics Convention. Not very anonymous anymore. Out of these, which would I do? These? Probably a game convention more than an anime convention, because modern anime fans can be quite cringe. I've been to some fight... I've been to some anime conventions in my time. Same here. Fuko definitely likes those. I'm sorry, I'm not even... Fighting game? No. No freaking way. No way, dude. Are you kidding me? Do I look... Do I look black enough for that? I'm not. No, you would not catch me dead in a fighting game. Ugh. Fighting games are I'm not being ironic when I make the whole bit. Fighting games are definitely my least favorite genre of game. Fighting games and FPS games and sports games are definitely like down there among my least favorite games. But out of all of those, fighting games are the worst. You could maybe talk me into playing Madden. You could never talk me into playing, like, I don't know, Mortal Kombat or something. I don't like fighting games at all. So, you know, I do not like that. I'll maybe play, if there's like a nice kind of, maybe I'll casually play it, but, you know, you beat me to the choke, Beans. Fascinating. Because it's Scorpion, his cold demeanor is to be expected. That's true. You guys gotta remember, Scorpion Rifle serves a purpose because he's the coal beaner there to show us what gems are like. Okay? Scorpion Rifle is coal so that you don't need to be. And for that, we thank him for his service. Do you go to buy the merch, or do you just go to ogle the cosplay? I mostly go to buy merch from smaller artists and just hang out with friends. And nice. But yes, the cosplay is very pretty too. Did you see any mascot costumes while you were there? Oh yeah, all the time. They're typically there to advertise new manga or merch. I've been thinking about making a mascot for the shop, something to really help me get more regulars, but I don't know what to do. Maybe have it be a cute-looking ramen bowl. No, that's too basic. Maybe get one of those inflatable men they have at American car dealerships. You could make it look like a big noodle instead. One of the what? Oh, you don't know? In America, car dealerships have these inflatable mascots that dance when you put air in them. I take out my... yeah, this is true. If you're not American, like most of you probably are, then that's just true. It's really cool. It'll be right outside a car dealer where a salesman is about to scam you. Because anyone who sells a car to you is scamming you. It's impossible not to get scammed while buying a car. Check it out. Yu starts roaring with laughter. He's just... Yu's voice is slowly subsumed by laughter. He's dancing. Look at him go. Yu keeps laughing and laughing and laughing. She laughs for so long, she's now lying down, clutching her stomach. Her cheeks are pink and her eyes are wet. She looks like she's having an asthma attack, yet her smile remains brilliant. It's not that funny. It is, though. He's hilarious. Yu slowly sips up and wipes her eyes with her forearm. He loves dancing. I definitely need to get one of those for the shop. Thanks for showing me that. Happy to help. Yu and I continue talking about conventions for the next hour. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Yu puts her phone on silence and looks back at me. As I was saying. Yu sighs and looks at her phone. Aw, crap, I gotta take this. Do you mind waiting for a bit? It won't be long. Not at all. Thanks. Yu presses her phone to her ear. Hello? Okay, so did you or did you not lock yourself in the freezer? Yu narrows her eyes. I see. So you just want to know just in case you can get locked in. Hypothetically, of course. Yu starts chuckling, but she's seething with rage. Well, hypothetically, this is gonna take a while. I should leave Yu alone for now. I got to see a different side to Yu. I feel closer to her, and a little bit more empathetic now. A body has been discovered. She's laughing. Her hair is green. Is this woman the Joker? Okay, that was... I was going to say, who do we think would win a call-off between Scorpion and Rosie? Scorpion. Definitely Scorpion. Definitely Scorpion. But that's why we love him. No, I don't always talk Cole. Why are you lying and hating me? I'm not hating you. Okay? Okay, that was enough getting bullied. I'm out. Never mind. Now I hate you. Now I despise you. Ugh. I know you didn't leave because you would never leave, Scorpion. I don't hate you. I said that's why we love you. We love you because you're so cool. You're that one coal that you keep around because it keeps you warm, because it lights your way. That's you. Believe it or not, but even coal has its use. And you, Scorpion, are a very useful coal. Kiss. Mwah. You got that one for free. That means I gotta love you. So sad that the devs aren't here this time. What a tragedy. If only they could come next time. Let's hope they come next time, you know? I'd love to see them next time. We got to get more insightful insights onto, onto this game's development. We need to know more behind the scenes, guys, okay? Big interview stream when? I think that'd be really cool. Big interview stream with the developers. Maybe the real coal is the friends we made along the way. What is coal but a diamond in the making? Precisely so. Guys, we're gonna... A little jingle plays before being interrupted by a voice over the ship's intercom. Okay. So guys, we have been running quite late, and there's not like a natural stop point like before. So we're gonna leave it here and continue with the whole maid cafe next time. I think next time, what's the theme next time? You answered it yourself. Giant maids, whoa. Either way, exit. Return to where we came. Would you look at that? Wow, gamer mode disabled. I am sorry we couldn't go on for much longer. I promise you tomorrow's stream will be a bit longer, but unfortunately, I've been bought out for this afternoon. That sounded quite strange. It's not the afternoon. I haven't been bought now. I'm just busy in the evening. Scorpion will be a diamond. He's like a Pokemon. You gotta like commit a little bit, and he'll evolve eventually. I'm not gemmy enough to get too much praise or attention from Beans, but not cool enough to be the laughingstock. That's not true, Ivory. Every beaner gets praise and attention, Ivory. I love you all the same. You are all gems. Never let anyone tell you that you're not. That's not true. Addendum. Never let anyone but Beans tell you you're not. Okay? It's over? No, we're gonna continue playing the game. Next time, though. Hopefully, the developers shall be here for that. Very unfortunate they weren't able to stop by this time. Let us hope they'll be here next time. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed that. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to stay tuned for the Dark Souls 2 video coming out very, very soon. Till then, you can watch the other videos. The sequel Blight video is still out there, ready to be gazed if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, then I guess, become a premium beaner and you can see the preview of the Dark Souls 2 video. Oh my, oh my. Follow me on Zitter.com. Join the Discord if you're epic. Support me at ko-fi.com/thecoolbeansman. For all your support, keeps me great and fed, much like Wififumi. Aside from that, make sure to participate in the elusive art contest. The fan art contest is still going on, so if you want to submit something, be it beautiful artwork, a hand knitted plushie, a wonderfully drawn animation, whatever you want to make, whatever form your art may take, by all means submit. Submissions are open till the 17th, and there will be voting. Voting will be involved, but the more people submit and the more submissions we have, the more fun the voting gets. So look forward to that. Goodbye, y'all. Hope you'll have a good night. Good night, everyone. Rest well. This is actually very fortunate timing, too. I was going to have to leave in 10 minutes anyway today. Perfect, then. Bye, Beanie. Goodbye, Random Trout. Goodbye, House. Goodbye, Muddle. Goodbye, Milk. Goodbye, everybody. Because with that, I've been Beans. I am Beans. And I'm sorry, what? Do you accept a life-size marble statue of Beans? I guess I do. That is definitionally art. That is objectively speaking artwork. If one of you makes a life-size marble statue, yeah, that'd definitely be art. You know, I can't fight against that. You know, that would definitely qualify. Either way, I've been Beans. I am Beans, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.